We are live. Friday Night Live. All right, I see a couple people already in. Hey, 6%. How's it going? You're contacting me about my car's extended warranty? Hey, new guy's guitar. I'm here, but I'm driving. Dylan, oh, no worries. Tune in when you get home if you'd like. You gotta pay attention to the road. Keep those peepers, How are you guys? Oh, and I got my Dr. Pepper tonight. It's been a long week. Oh. The first sip of a Dr. Pepper is always that satisfying burn. Yeah, what's up with you guys? How was your guys' week? How have you been? How's work? How are your projects? I see 6%. Yours is coming along. The Chambler is really coming together now. Won't be long and you'll have that thing on the road in no time. It must be, I'd say, probably the worst job right now. It's just, you keep welding in panels and then you find more holes or rust. And then it's like, oh, I got to fix that now too. So I can see it getting monotonous over time. I think I'll be sticking to actual Dr. Pepper for a while. Well, cheers. That's what I got. I got the no sugar flavor, but I also got a Coke. Coke's my favorite, but I don't know. I'm not fussy about the zero sugar. I gotta have my sugar. I don't know about you guys. A satisfying burn sounds more like whiskey than Dr. Pepper pickle. Nope, it's just Dr. Pepper, I swear. It really is. Hey, Slimo, how are you? How are things? How are you? How is your week? How's work going? How is everybody? The Chambler is coming along. I am tired of finding new problems. Yeah, exactly. It's always like, you're finding some rust or something in an unexpected place, or rivets in your case, I guess. People just put patch panels. But it is starting to look good, though. And you're a hell of a welder, too. I don't know if I can't say that I could do welding that good. I mean, I did have a stick welder, but I can't say I could do it that well. You got a pretty good bead going. Hey, Mofo Driver, how are you? Hey, Sailor, how are you? How was your guys' week? How was work? School? How was everything? How is everything going with everybody? The topic tonight is going to be Carburetors EFI and this old 6-string here. But I figured we'd do this EFI and carburetors because it seems to me lately that there's been a very big debate amongst a couple of us that between carburetors and EFI, and I want to hear everybody's thoughts about it and everyone's opinions, because I think there's a time and place for both. But we'll get into that later after we start getting going here. Get a couple of people in. I mean, we got 6 watching already, so. You're doing good, Mofo. That's good. The good welding is my friend Ryan in the video. The shit welding is all me. Nah, it's all pretty good. I think it's all better than anything I could probably put together. Excuse me. I really need to practice. But I'm sure once I get my my first truck, it's probably going to need some floor pans or something. I'm okay. I found out some issues that I'll talk to you later. All right. Yes, welcome. Man, this was a long week. It seemed like Friday was a long time coming. How's the new strings, Tom? Oh, they got to stretch in and break in. Mine are there now. They're perfect now. I like your miniature guitar lessons too. When I first started, I wish I had those because, you know, watching a big long video can get monotonous and just really boring. But those short ones, it's perfect. You learn one chord and, you know, you learn 3 chords, G, C, and D, and you can play like 100 songs. So it's kind of cool. I wish they were around when I did that when it started playing. Definitely really cool. Excuse me. Hey, Jim, how are you? Dylan, we got all the backfill done on the house today. That makes for a good week. Cool. They sound mint. That's good. So do mine. My guitars never sounded better. I really love them. I'm in love. I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Hello, everybody. It was late. No, you're not late. We're only 6 minutes in. We got 2 hours to go. And sometimes longer if people end up joining. That's good, Jim. Thanks, man. Hopefully they help some people. I think they will. Like I said, I wish I had them because I think it's a really good way to practice one chord in particular because you don't have to watch a whole video to see it. They're not just like, okay, here's a G chord, and now we're gonna play the song with whatever they're gonna do and go on, and you gotta go back to that specific part in the video. No, you just have the one chord and you're short. I like it. Then you can play. A beginner could play what they want, which is, to be honest, that's the way to do it. I was in lessons for a year, and you know what? I almost wish I wasn't because they pick the songs for you, and then you have to play what they want to play and not your style guitar. And it's all about finding what you want to play. If you like country, play country. You know. If you like rock and roll, maybe acoustic guitar is not for you. Maybe you'd rather have an electric. For me, I always liked the acoustic better, but that's personal preference. Tom, how about banjo lessons? Yeah, I would love to learn banjo. I really want to. Maybe one of these days after my move. Maybe I'll find a cheap banjo to start off with. Play that part on banjo. I was going to take lessons, but I hated playing, so I never got past learning a basic. Well, check out Tom's videos because they might actually be really beneficial to you. They're like 30 seconds long, maybe a little bit longer, and they show you the one chord and only that one chord, and then you can take that and apply it anywhere you want. So you can just go, over and over and over until you perfect it. I'll need a banjo I can record with, Jim. LOL, how are you, by the way? Yeah, I gotta get me a banjo too. There's lots for sale in Alberta, so on the old marketplace. Oh man, I'm gonna be a sucker for marketplace when I get there. Oh god, makes for good YouTube content though. I'm gonna be dragging home everything. Not to mention the free piles. I can't wait to get some free piles. Yeah, I'm all about that. I once got a free wheelbarrow and I made a profit from it. Okay, it was only $15, but I made a profit. And I probably only put 10 into it. Probably not even that. Pickle, you should learn Iron Man and some basic AC/DC. Iron Man by who are they? What are they? Shoot. Like the one that goes yeah, Black Sabbath. That's the one, yeah. Oh, that song, and then it starts off like it sounds a lot better on electric guitar. Oh, there goes my pick. What in the world is EFI? Electronic fuel injection. It's car stuff. All right, I got a quiz for everybody. Let's test your knowledge. all you car guys, because there's a lot of you guys are, some of you here are a lot more educated on electronic systems and everything. What does VTEC stand for? Let's hear it. Let's see in the comments. You know, Honda VTEC. Let's see if first one who gets it. Let's see. I only just learned the other day. Let's see. Oh, my lord, my caps are broken. Well, that gets you more attention, that's for sure. Mofo, I haven't forgotten about you. Still recording more collabs for you, man. There you go. I have missed a lot of your guys' videos. I need to catch up on them. It's been a crazy busy week. Just trying to get the house finished and everything. Projects right here. Putting in ceilings, because you can see it's not done here yet. And plaster work needs to be sanded here now. It's finally done, so just need to get it. 6%. You got it. Right on. Right on. Variable timing electronic control. There's actually more in it, but yeah, to dumb it down, yes, you're right. You are 100% right. Cool. See, you're like the EFI master in my mind. Dan is the carburetor guy. I'm surprised he's not here yet, but give it some time. He'll join. Maybe. I hope so, because he'd like this. Like I said earlier, a couple minutes ago, I think there's a time and place for both. The only thing I've worked on is EFI. It's the only thing I've worked on. I have not worked on many carburetors. I've cleaned one out, but I haven't put one together or taken it apart, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what jet does what. I just don't have the experience behind that yet, but I do have a basic understanding of both, especially EFI. No, I'd say LNA would outdo me, especially with modern cars. Yeah, LNA is pretty good too, but you know what? You're good too. You're really good. Well, everything you got is EFI, right? Or has fuel injection instead of, or maybe the old Jeep has it. The excuse me, the truck, the black one. That one might have a carburetor. I don't know. Hey Dylan, Mofo and I live close to each other, but we haven't met up yet. Well, you need to. I'm gonna try and make my way into the States. Well, I wanted to do it this year for No Name Nationals, but I'm trying, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But we'll see. I certainly will do my best. But if not this year, next year. 6 of the 7 engines I have are EFI. Yeah. So which one is it? Is it the Jeep truck? What are they called? The Gladiator? Is that what it was called? That's what the new one's called. Is it still called that? Were they called that in the 80s? I don't remember. I don't know a lot of Jeep stuff. I do think they're really cool, but I don't know a lot about Jeeps. Hello, Juno. You want to go to the States? That's going to be an interesting road trip. Makes a good YouTube video, though. I seen Necromancer. The Junkyard Necromancer. Check him out if some of you don't know who he is. He's a great guy. But he just bought a 67, I think, F250. 68, 67. Pretty sure that's what it is. And it's like the same truck that I would have bought. Comes with a plow. It was awesome. I hope to get something similar. I'm going to have a video out, I hope, this week. It's just, I don't have a lot of time to edit because, like I said, I've been very busy trying to get this place packed up and sorted away for the move. But I do have some video recorded on Scrolling Facebook Marketplace, so I think that'll be a pretty cool series. Maybe not a series, but a video anyway. Excuse me, of finding a project truck. We'll see. I won't have any trouble, that's for sure. The Comanche, yeah, Comanche, yeah. The new ones are called the Gladiator, right? I think. And the Comanches are the trucks. I will be happy to meet you whenever you get to the States. Yeah, so will I, Jim. I hope to meet all of you. You know, I think me and Dan were talking the other day, and we're talking about camping out in the U-Haul. So I don't know. We'll see. See if I can make it there. I don't think so this year, but next year, next year I'll be settled away and ready. First Saturday of every month, 5 to 9 p.m. Comanche has early Renex EFI and it's crap. The old 4.2 liter that will be going into my 63 is carb. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised that Comanche, I mean, I guess I'm not, because early Ford pickups had EFI too, and it was crap. All the early EFI is not very good. I don't know of any systems in particular that are awesome. They're pretty good now, but I don't know back then, man. I don't know. Especially, I don't know if you follow Junkyard Mook or not, any of you, but she has a 87 F-150, 89. And that thing is, that injection's pretty, it's all right. I think they upgraded it. It's been a while, but the Jeep trucks were called Gladiators and J-Series trucks into the early 1980s, and then JT is the truck called Gladiator. Okay. Yeah. What do you think of the new ones? 6%? Because I know you're a Jeep guy. Would you buy one if you had the cash for it? I don't know if I would. I don't know. They're pretty cool looking, but I don't know if they'd be much good for much. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I follow both the Junkyard Digs. Yeah, me too. They're awesome, and they're super informative. I've probably learned most of what I know from them and reading books and you guys and the internet, all combined. And they're just, everybody's super informative. Okay, mofo, hopefully nothing gets in the way. I'll try to be early this time. Yeah, they're great. Especially, I mean, it goes to show, it's probably where I get my love of old Ford trucks from, because I've been watching them for years, and I just, every time they go to revive one, it'll run with, a wiped cam lobe, and it's crazy. Seems like, I don't know if it's a problem or not, but most of the old Chevy trucks I look at, not square bodies, like ones before square bodies, seem like they have a lot of transmission problems. Seems like it's always the one, like, oh, rebuilt transmission, or the transmission doesn't go into first, but goes in the second kind of thing. But I don't hear that about the Fords, so I don't know. I like them, not a fan of the engines that much. I'd like it if they made a standard cab. Yeah, I don't know if many truck manufacturers make standard cab anymore. There's a couple on the lot here, like maybe one or two, but not Jeeps. I mean, I'm talking about like Ford and we have Ford, GM, and Chevy. And there's no Dodge. That's it. So it's everybody around here drives Fords and Chevys. So excuse me, it's a good way to know what's wrong with the trucks and how good they are, because that's all that's around here. And people are very honest. They will give you shit for what you drive if it's a piece of crap. Or if they're just really brand biased. I'm not one of those people. Do I think that some Ford products were better than everybody else? Yes. Do I think some Toyota ones are? Yes. At the end of the day, I'm just all about what's better or what's good. I'm not, I think some carburetor systems suck, like Quadrajet. Yes. But I'm definitely not going to be one of those people that are like, oh, this is all awesome, when it really sucks. It all has its place. Let's put it that way. I remember when EFI came to Australia and my cassette player would go whiz and then they drove past. The auto transmissions on most older cars can be a problem. It's mostly about main. Yeah, it seems that way. I don't know. I never really paid attention if they were automatic or not. Most of the Fords are manuals, so I don't know. Chevy probably had more luxury. No, I don't know luxury, but more features and more bells and whistles than anything. I mean, early Fords had vacuum style window wipers. So I mean, they weren't even electric motors. Even trucks from like the 40s and I think even into the 50s had manual drum brakes, meaning there's no cable or anything. It's literally a rod coming from the brake pedal, or mechanical drum brakes, and it goes from the pedal to the drum brake. It's pretty crude. But yeah, that's what makes them reliable, I guess, is their crudeness. But yeah, I really like unibodies. I found a really cool one that'll be in that video that I'm going to be posting. It's like the first truck that I looked at. Man, it's a nice truck. But one thing I'm worried about is I think I'm going to be hauling firewood for maybe not a living, but for, on the side. And I'm worried that it might be too hard on that little truck because they didn't make F-250 versions as far as I know of the unibody or flare side, whatever they're called. There's a couple names for them. So I've been looking at dent sides and bump side Fords. 68, 67, 68, 69 are probably my favorite F-250 body styles and F-100. Other than unibody and or flare side, whatever you call it. So that's one thing I was worried about. And there's also a lot of cool ones with like dualies and dump beds, but I don't think I'm going to be doing enough of it to have one of those. If I am, I'll just get one. But I can't imagine driving a dually truck all the way down to No Name Nationals. I need this thing to get me there and back and still be able to, haul a load of firewood. So I'm trying to get something that's half decent for, my price range, which is not that high. And I'll do whatever work needs to be done on it. It's either learn or walk. That's how it's basically going to be. And if I don't like it, I'll just sell it. I'll get, I don't know, I'll try a Chevy or something. You know what else I like? If I find no need for a truck, I really like AMC Gremlins. And Volkswagen Beetles. The old ones, though, not the new ones. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be a truck at first because I think I'm going to need one for my job and everything. And like I said, hauling firewood and whatnot, going up into the woods. I don't even care if it's four-wheel drive. I'll just get chains for it and use it that way. That's all people did years ago, so they got around all right. I also seen this crazy rat rod today, too. I don't know what the guy was thinking, but you'll see that in the video, too. I would never buy it, but it was pretty cool. Pretty crazy setup. It was like a 90s Ranger cab and chassis with like a 50 Ford's fenders and hood. Yeah, it was a crazy setup to say the least. What you got, Ray? Why do I hear crunching? Hey? There. Chew on that. Just chewing on a bone. Antler. Hey there. Another thing too about the truck, if I don't end up sleeping in the U-Haul, I'll sleep in the bed of the truck. The dog can stay in the cab and I can sleep in the bed. Because I might get a cap for it just to go down there. Or maybe a lot of them have caps already on them, but I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea yet. I got to figure that stuff out, right? I don't have a lot of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have enough to do this, and I understand parts. You gotta buy parts and everything and whatnot. But according to what I've seen and heard, buying parts for new vehicles is a lot more expensive than buying parts for a vintage one. Especially ones that were mass-produced, like Ford trucks. I don't know. There's rebuild kits for pretty much every Ford motor out there. Jim, I may be late to the next cruise due to my job. I may not make it till 6 or 7. You guys go cruising, do you? It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll show up with my 3-wheeler too, if I have one by then. I hope so. I've been saving money for one of those too, because I sold my quad, and I think I'm going to get a 3-wheeler because I've always wanted one. I need to grow a mullet, and get on a 3-wheeler. It needs to happen at least once in my life. I'm young. I can do stuff like that. Hey, welcome back, Tom. I almost called you Dan. I get you guys mixed up a lot. Sorry. Welcome back. We're just talking about projects. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you. I know you're not a big car guy, but I've seen a lot of cool motorcycles, and I know you like motorcycles. So maybe if I ever see one that you might be interested in, maybe I'll message it to you. A lot of cool old Hondas. Don't go Weston Champlin pickle. I know that guy, but I don't in particular watch him. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I call you Dan a lot. I get you guys mixed up a lot. Tom, Dan, 3 letters. Plus, your guys' name on YouTube is New Guys Guitar and New Guys Garage, so it doesn't help either. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just I get it mixed up. But that's just me. Ignore it. Yeah, like I was saying, I do see a lot of motorcycles for sale, so just call them Tan Pickle. Yeah, there you go. Dan and Tom combined, Tan. Excuse me. You got your Dr. Pepper there, buddy? I got mine. Rat bikes with old hit and miss stationary engines are good. I saw a guy cooking hot dogs in the water jacket. I love the old flathead Harleys. That's one that I'm not even a motorcycle person. Like, I've never even ridden a dirt bike or a motorcycle or anything. I've never ridden anything outside of 4 wheels. But I love the old flathead Harleys, like the early. I think when did they make them? The maybe early 50s. From the 40s into the early 50s. Love them. And they got such a cool poppy sound to them, like popping. Love them. Saw a guy cooking hot dogs in a water jacket. That's pretty cool. Dylan, that would be cool. I love motorcycles, but don't not talk about cars because I'm here. No, I know. But I'm just telling you, I don't want to bore anybody, and we can talk about motorcycles too because, hey, it's got an engine. It still puts down the road just fine. And motorcycles are cool. Hey, man. 3-wheelers are cool. Cars are cool. Trucks are cool. Rat rods are cool. Everything's cool. Lawnmowers are cool. How about the Holley sniper system? Anyone with personal experience? I have not worked on a Holley sniper system, but 6% may have, and I want to say LNA probably has for sure. I'm surprised he hasn't showed up yet tonight. And Dan, where's Dan to, Tom? I'm surprised those two haven't showed up. Shovelheads and knucklehead Harleys, yes, I love shovelhead. I've heard them called panheads too. Love those. Yeah, see, Jim called them a panhead. Yeah, love those motorcycles, and they got such a cool sound. Mwah! Masterpiece. Love them. I'm a fan of flat-headed motors, though. I just love their simplicity, and I love their sound. Same thing with Ford's flathead V8. I love the sound of one. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're gutless, and they're probably, they're the most underpowered thing on the planet, but they're awesome. Excuse me. One of the things I love most about them is that you don't have to worry about a valve smacking into a piston, or a piston smacking into a valve, I mean, in case one were to drop. I'll harass Dan quick, LOL. I'm surprised. I wasn't, I don't expect anybody to show up. I'm very thankful for the 6 people that are here and all of you guys. But I am a little bit surprised LNA and him haven't showed up yet. Especially because of the title. But, people got stuff to do. DD Speed Shop has had a go around with the Holley sniper system. Oh, yeah, I know DD Speed Shop. Yeah. He's the guy who drives all the, 55 Chevs, right? He goes in the town with them in the winter and everything. Real crazy guy. He's the one who grounded his system to the hood, correct? I think. Maybe that's not the right one. His EFI system. I don't know. He had trouble. One of them had trouble, real big trouble with it, setting it up. Hey, Dan. I heard Tom said he was going to harass you into getting you here. If you're busy, it's okay. I didn't I was just a little bit surprised you didn't show up because of the title. I know how strong felt you are for carburetors. See, I got them for you, Pickle. Thank you. Get your Dr. Pepper, buys. Sit back. I got a real Dr. Pepper. I seen last time you had a Dr. Pepper, Tom. You just gave up on mixing it. You just, glug glug. Yes, welcome. Dan, how was your week? How was the car? How are things? I'm driving, so I'm just listening for now. Oh, yeah, no worries. No worries, buddy. Pay attention to the road. Got to keep them, peepers on the road. Don't want to smash up that Mustang. I'm bouncing back and forth on the live. I want to listen to music, but my device won't let me do both. Am I that bad? I'm just kidding. Just playing around. How many subscribers do you have, Tom? Because I know you're trying to get to 500 so you can take the U-Haul, because Dan was telling me that the other day. You have 200 yet? You're light years ahead of me. Well, I got 75 now. I'm doing good. I grew uploading those videos about the generator, so I'm really happy about that. Generator runs good now. I think it is time for a refresh. I think that the thing probably could be rebuilt and, new set of rings and everything. I think it does have low compression, but for the most part, I got it as good as it can be for a 40-year-old generator that's had a pretty hard life. It's been used, let me tell you. Got some old smoky cinnamon whiskey. Oh yeah, who makes it? Is that the brand name, Old Smoky? I don't know much about whiskey. My dad doesn't drink it. I think my grandfather drinks rum. It burns the pipes, mofo. 208. Yeah, that's a lot. You only need 300 more. You'll be there. If you're not already, everybody that's here, go on over and subscribe to Tom. He's a cool guy. He knows guitars real well. Check him out. He's a good guy. He's a cool guy. Does cool stuff, and he likes motorcycles. We're trying to get him. And also, if you want to see a U-Haul go down a drag strip, then he's got to get to 500 in order for it to happen. So, I really need to see this U-Haul go down a drag strip because I need to see if it wins the bracket. Whether I'm there in person or it's on the internet. Yeah, what are you all at? Let's hear it. 310, mofo. 312. Shoot. You're doing good. And once you start growing and people know your name, you just keep going up from there. I'm starting to get into that now. I'm almost in triple digits here. Almost at 100. I hope I can reach 100 by, I want to say mid-June, because I got a couple of videos coming up. I don't really have a reason for people to subscribe to me right now because my videos are, they're not consistent because I'm extremely busy. But once I move, that is going to change, and it's going to be awesome. I'll have time to edit things. Consistency is key. It is. It really is, and that's what I'm lacking. Even for shorts, like I have nothing to film. And I look because Dan's always like, "Oh, everything's content," which is true. But I mean, what am I going to show? Feeding the dog? 681. That's a lot. You'll soon be at 1,000. You'll soon be, well, I don't know if it depends on your watch hours, but you'll be monetized there shortly. 17,791. Wow. Yeah, you're already. Show feeding the dog, Pickle. Yeah, it's just I don't know. And I don't feel that I'm experienced enough to show off my guitar. Plus, Tom does that, and I feel like I'd be cheating you if I did that. So, yeah. I'm just going to stick to tools and cars and whatever has an motor on it. Dog videos do good, just ask 6%. Yeah, they do good. They do. They do well. Although I uploaded one and I got like 400 views, so. But to be fair, it was kind of lame. It was cool for me at the time, but I guess I can see why it was kind of lame. I put this thing down. One thing I don't like about these Dreadnought style guitars, I don't find they fit me very well. I don't know if there would be a style that would, but I really like jumbo guitars, but I feel like that'd be even worse. Like the one that Elvis is holding on the wall right there. That there is a J200, I think they call it, Gibson. Probably that's my dream guitar. I think it's really pretty. Sounds really good. Maybe one day. I mean, it costs $4,000, so maybe if I get really big on YouTube. I'm already losing watch hours, Pickle. I'm at 4,400, but I've lost 400 as they start rolling off after a year. Well, you still have enough to be monetized, right? I think. I don't know how many. I can't remember. It's 4,000, isn't it, to be monetized? Jim, you have cats. I have cats too. 3. Millie, Molly, Milo. And my dog. The dog is truly mine, which is Juno, the German Shepherd. And if I come down the stage, she'll be there with me. Don't worry, I'll have a muzzle and everything. She won't be able to hurt you. Not that she will. She's a sook, but, I don't like to take chances with her. Excuse me. I've had her around kids before anyway, and she's good. But that don't mean, that could change in a split second. So definitely want to be careful. Man, Pickle, I don't own playing guitar. The more the better. I've always hated Battle of the Bands. Should be a jam of the bands. Yeah, but you're the guitar guy. I just said, it didn't feel right to me. Excuse me, and I don't know what I record. Excuse me. Maybe if I learned a song and played it good. If I knew somebody that played banjo, I can play that song really good. I can play a lot of songs really good. I don't know. I always feel like I can't when I watch other people. I'm at 3,900 as I've lost 400. Sorry if it wasn't clear. No worries. Sandy, Jiminy, and Jasmine. Jiminy. Is that your kids, your children, or your grandchildren? Who are they? If they're going to be there, don't worry. I will have her muzzled and, not able to kill somebody. But she's a sweet dog. I've had her out playing with other dogs too, 6%. So if you have dogs, well. Oh, that's your cats, yes. Okay. Sandy, Jiminy, and Jasmine. I like the names. Millie, Molly, Milo. We like to stick. My mother likes to stick with M's and like letters for names. So if we name one dog with a J name, which our first dog, or her first dog, was Jack. I mean, he's still here. He's like 10 years old. Guess what? Juno has a J name. J for Juno. Juno. Although I really like her name. Yep. It was supposed to be Duke. I was supposed to end up with a boy dog, but she was the most well-behaved dog out of the bunch, which I needed because we had chickens and other farm livestock at the time. And let me tell you, this dog is amazing around farm animals. I don't know how she'd react around a horse now because I've never had her around a horse, but around like chickens, turkeys, anything like that, like livestock, sheep, goats, anything like that, she's fine. She's awesome. She gets excited, but she's fine. 5 people watching. I thank you, everybody that's here in the chat and watching. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, I don't like to ask, but trying to get 500 for No Name Nationals and just for sake of growing the channel and getting my name out there. hit the subscribe button and turn that thing red or white, whatever color it turns. Give her. It'd be greatly appreciated. Slimo says, why do banjos only have 4 strings when the players have 6 fingers? Some have 5 strings. Some have 5 strings, I think. But they're off to the side, so the 4 strings will come down like that far, and then the 5th one will start. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but I don't know. There's different styles of banjos. New guy says, I mean, if that's the case, I'm ripping someone off, so fair game, Pickle. All right. Well, if I ever... Thank you for that. And also, I got some of your music too, Tom. I might have said that in the last live, but I did get some of it. I was talking to Dan, and he sent me the files last week or whenever that was. So when I get some videos, I'll definitely use that. Yeah, and I'll put your name, and I know that that's what you wanted. Traditional banjos have 5 strings. Okay. I don't know much about banjos, but I do know that some have 5, some have 4. You know, there's different styles. Everyone hit the like button. Appreciate that, mofo. Like I said, it helps the channel grow, helps get the name out there. The awesome name that 6% gave me. Thank you again. I went down a rabbit hole that I didn't need to go down. I'm done with music now. Is that you trying to play guitar, or what's that? What do you mean by that, Sailor? Standard banjo is 5 string. Yeah, okay. Mofo. Yeah, I figured. I didn't know if it was standard, but yeah, I did. I seen the different styles of them. So mine is a 5 string. Good Time by Deering. Do you know how to play, Jim? Real? Because man, do you know? We could do like a collab thing with Tom or something. Because me and Tom's a way better guitar player than I am, but I'm a decent one. I could definitely learn anything that you guys need me to. We could do something together. You suck. Okay, I'm done driving, LOL. So what did I miss? What all did I miss? You didn't miss much. We're talking about banjos here now. And we're talking about motorcycles and EFI. This is what this one's mostly about, but we're going all over the place as tradition, you know. But that's fine. I got into the sad, depressing music again. Oh. Everybody hurt. That song? REM. What is going on in this room tonight? Hey, Auto Salvage Outlaws. Not too much. We're having a discussion. You know, as tradition, we can't stay on topic, so we're, you know, circling the globe of topics. My Chemical Romance Sailor. I play guitar and mandolin. How are you at guitar and mandolin, Mofo? I didn't know you did. I didn't know you played anything. Cool. We need to do a collab or something, Tom. We should do that. Put it on your channel, or make some music together, like you know, those files that we could put into our YouTube videos. We could all do something together. It'd be really cool. I prefer the Everybody Farts version of that song, Pickle. No. The song for farts is Let It Linger by the Cranberries. Do you have to let it linger? So cheesy. Would anyone care is a song I heard and it was deep. D-Ray, white flat footing to a banjo is the best. Have no idea what that means, Slimo, but okay. EFI, the devil's fuel injection. Well, that's the discussion, so feel free. Well, it was just me and, everybody here, we were discussing it. There's a time and place for it, and a lot of it sucks, and a lot of it's great, and carburetors also have their time and place. I prefer carbs, but like I said before, I have not taken one apart and looked at the insides and outsides like you have, Dan. I've only ever worked on EFI, and that's very, very little. So what I have done, doesn't take much experience to do. But I hope to change that with carburetors anyway, so then I can actually say what one I like more. But as of right now, I do prefer the more mechanical version of fuel delivery, which is a carburetor. So, you know, and some carburetors do suck. Quadrajet, for example, they're pretty bad. I play nothing. I own a steel guitar, an electric guitar, 2 flat top guitar, and a fiddle, and a piano. Holy crap! You got a whole. Excuse me. You got a whole army of instruments. I have 1 acoustic guitar. That's it. Oh, and I have a 100-year-old violin, which I have no idea how to play, but maybe one day. Also, me and Tom did a short collab. It's on my channel. Yeah, I heard it. It was really cool. We should all do something. I think it would be really, really cool. Yeah, just I'm on Facebook or anything, so if you want to get a hold of me, just search in my name. That is Dylan McDonald. I think my Facebook account is, so you'll find me. That is your falsetto voice, Pickle? Well, who's falsetto? Do I sound funny? What's wrong? Sorry, I'm bumming out the live. I feel like I'm just ruining good vibes here. Yeah, you buzzkill. No, I'm kidding. DD Shop is a perfect example. It was DD Shop. Yeah, he was the one who had to ground his hood right down with the EFI. Hello, everyone. Yes, Outer Salvage is here now, guys. Hello. Thanks. Okay, Dylan. Yeah, just search me up. And just shoot me a text through Messenger, and I'll be there. I'll know who you are. I talked to Dan, and I could talk to you too, Tom. So if you need to get a hold of me or anything, or want to ask me something, feel free. Shoot me a message. Doesn't matter. I'll reply to you eventually. You're fine, Sailor. Feelings happen. That's right. You're not bugging anybody. I was just joking when I said buzzkill. Perfect example of a guy who can't do simple things like call tech support at Holly. Yeah, we could do something really cool, Mofo and Tom, or if you're interested, or anybody else who plays instruments. We could do something. We could make some music for videos, and put it, in Tom's folder. We can help add to it. I think that'd be cool. Definitely grows in popularity for all of us because, your name's on it. He did 6% constantly. LOL. Holly told him to ground his hood. I can't even imagine myself doing that, but I don't know. It's a weird thing, a weird place to ground that system out on a hood of all places. I don't know. It's a weird one. Pickle, what is your Facebook profile pic? There's a lot of Dylan McDonald. Oh, geez, hang on, I'll go look. I'll show you it. I got an iPad here. My phone is what I live stream on and make my videos with. Although maybe one day I might get a Nikon camera or something cheap. I don't think Nikons are very cheap anymore, but we'll see. I think it's just it's just my dog. Yeah. There you go. There I am. So if any of you are looking for me, that's my profile. I just need to talk to you, Pickle, after the live. You're my really only friend right now, and I know how stupid that is to everyone else. Has either A, left me without saying goodbye, or B, ignore me. Oh, well, that happens. Life is like that. That's how it works. Sometimes. I guess that's where the song "Everybody Hurts" comes in. Oh, there we go. Got a strike. Copyright. Let's see. Ow. She shook her head and whipped me in the back with her ears. Yeah, Mofo, I can make that jam song available for download on YouTube Music. Yeah, you should, because I would totally use that. I definitely will start to use some of it as I get videos, because they're going to be long, I might be, replacing a rear main seal or something. I think Holly techs were grasping at straws. Yeah, seems that way. From everything I've seen, the sniper system seemed plug and play, simple, so something has to have been wrong that was abnormal. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. And I just seen Tom down there said something really heart-touching. You're amongst friends here, Sailor, and that is true. We're all a community. We're all friends here. So, like I said, feel free to write me on Facebook. All of you. Fine, I'll reply. Don't even think twice about it. Like I said, I want to get down there and meet you guys anyway. I think that'd be awesome. Learn some stuff. Rent on some junk together. Make a video together. I know the Necromancer really wants to do that with me. And now that he's got that old 67 Ford, and I'm going to have one too. Should be pretty interesting. He's got an inline 6. I'd like to have a V8 in mind, like a 360 or 352 or a 390. Some of the F-250s have them. I think it'd be cool to have a drag race. See which one can do better. You know what they say? 6 in a row ready to tow, but I think the V8 would have more power off the line. They are overly complicated, fragile pieces of technology. 6% LOL. Everyone has had problems with them. I can't comment. I feel I worked on both, and like I said, I prefer the simplicity of a carburetor. But I cannot give you an honest opinion about it yet because, like I said, I have not dug deep enough into a carburetor or had enough problems with one. Now, if you ask me what I prefer for an ignition system, I would definitely go with points. I like the simplicity of them, and 9 chances out of 10, if your ignition isn't working, sand the points, the thing will spark again. It's just it cannot be any more simpler. So I do, I'm a simple guy. Now, as for not changing the oil in your car for 10 years, I'm not about that. I'm not judging Dan, but I don't know. I couldn't do that. I'd be afraid. Just one day, the thing just spit a rod. It goes piston 4, number 4. I'll make sure if you used your channel name also. Excuse me. That is terrible, Sailor. I will be praying for him. My dad has a test. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I want to do a Sailor/Pickle collab. I think that would be fun as it would be funny. We can set that up. We can set that up. Sorry to hear that, Sailor. You don't need to tell the live if you're not comfortable. Just don't have to leave because you're not bringing us down. No, you're not bringing us down. We're all happy here. Happy, 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 happy. Grab a Dr. Pepper, sit back. That's what Friday nights are all about. Recline back. Oh, have a good time. Have a couple laughs. And discuss whatever you really want. That's what this live stream is about. We're all over the place, but that's okay. That's fine. That is just fine. I've tried to keep one topic, but I don't really care anymore. I think it's awesome that we're like this. Did you see the video I put up today, Pickle? I have not, Dan. I need to watch it. I was just telling everybody probably a half hour ago that I have been behind on everyone's videos in the community. I've been trying so desperately to keep up, but I'm even missing your guys' premieres. I'm just been super busy flat out lately trying to finish this place. Almost done this room. I just got to put the ceiling boards in, which will be pine, and then plaster, which this is almost done. This just needs to be sanded now. And then primed, paint, done. And then trimmer in the window and the door. But that's it after that. Flooring's down, so. Sending prayers. Yes. We're all great. We're all praying for you. I'm like not in the best mood right now, and there's more to this, but I want to talk to him privately. Are you talking about me? Because if you are, I appreciate that. You'll want to watch that NGG pickle video. Or you'll want to watch that video. I will watch it after the live. I promise. I also got to scroll through the community and see what else is here. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. We're a great bunch of guys. They really are. Yes, dummy. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad I make you feel better. Oh, I think I already asked you, Dan, or Jim, but how are the neighbors? Since we're on the topic of, how are they doing? I'm pretty sure I asked you already, but just to make sure. I might have thought it. I do that sometimes. Has anybody heard also the story of what happened between Witty and Necromancer's beards? They just vanished. Does anybody understand it yet? Or like they posted that one video which is really goofy. And don't get me wrong, I got a laugh from it, but it explained nothing. All I learned is that that they spend way too much money on beef jerky. And yeah. That's pretty much all we learned. Haha, you always do. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. Good vibes. The awkwardness is killing me slowly. Just relax. Jeez Louise. It's a 6% recycled versus new guy's garage video. I seen the thumbnail because it comes up in notifications and whatever. I seen that 6% recycled said something that you were. Excuse me. Said that you said you thought he was lucky. I think we're all lucky. We're all still above the sod. That's the main thing. On the right side of it, I mean. I was talking to him today and they are working through it. They have lots of support, Dylan. Thanks for asking. No problem, Jim. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Excuse me, I'll be sure to spread the word. I don't have a big following here, but hey, it's something. There's 75 people that watch me, or subscribe to me at least, so, you put all those people in one room, that's a lot of people. Relaxing is when I'm most vulnerable. I can't be vulnerable. Different type of luck pickle. See, I haven't watched the video. I gotta watch it and then I'll understand. Hey, Elena! How are you? We were just talking about you. Well, not really. An hour ago. How are you, buddy? How was your week? How was everybody's week? If I missed anybody asking. That's kind of like my thing at this point. How was everybody's week? Also, a couple of people here wanted to know, myself included, have you ever worked on the Holly... What is it? I gotta scroll up because I don't know what it's called. I forgot. Where is it? Okay, I can't remember. Anybody knows what it's called, put it down there. I can't seem to find the message. It's gone. But, yeah. Nobody knows Pickle. I think he was trimming the beard and cut too close, so he had to shave the rest and guilt-tripped Witty into helping the cover-up. Well, what's so bad about shaving off your beard? I mean, I got one going on here now, but what's so bad about that? I understand that. Hot weather's coming up, and, Same profile pic as YouTube. Who has the same profile pic as YouTube? Hey, Does Nothing Special. How are you? Welcome. Glad you could join in. Sorry, Lolo be out riding the dirt bikes with the kids. No worries. No worries. LNA, take, if you're busy, come back. No worries. Hello to everybody. How was your week? You can't find me on Facebook, mofo? You can't find me on Facebook, okay? I'll see if I can find you after. Do you have is your profile picture the same one as you got on here? Just with the skull and the two pistons? How goes it, Dan? Hey, we got 11 people watching now. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Worn out. I'm still at the yard. At the yard. Yeah, that's why I'm worn out too. I've been at it all week. Putting up ceiling, drywall, and a little bit of framing. It's been a busy week. Trying to get packed up to put this place on the market. So, yeah. Going good. Went to a car show. Got lots of shorts out of it. Cool. They don't hold car shows here. I wish they did. I've been to one. They don't do it anymore. It was super cool. They had this beautiful, I think it was either a late 20s, earlier late 30s Chevrolet coupe, and it had the rumble seat, I think, or maybe it was a Ford, but it had a rumble seat. You know, the ones that fold up in the back, and the passengers sat outside of the vehicle, which I've always thought was hilarious. Yeah. It was a beautiful car, though, and I remember this is how I realized they don't make them like they used to, because I remember pushing in on the fender, you know, on the front, you know, where they come down all curvy, and the door, and you could not push that steel in. You could not physically move it with your hand. It was tough. And then I realized, wow, that was the day I realized that cars are made of tinfoil now. Like, they literally are tinfoil. Catch up on the comments. Sweet. Bet it'll be some cool rides or something roasting either way. Heck yeah. I love the song Dancing with the Devil by Demi. Sings for experience with love, regretting addiction to dogs. It's powerful. Cool. Not into new music. Just like new cars. I'm not into them. Unless they're cool. But I mean, there's very few. Dylan, do you have to sell before you move? Yes, Jim. That's a great question. I do. Well, we do. Probably next week this place will be up, I'm thinking, because this is all almost done. This place is almost done. It's 92% done, we'll call it. So, yeah. It was 4 degrees Celsius here this morning, so warming my old tractor in the sun because it helps. I was Australian made. Oh. I use Australian made ether spray called Start Ya Bastard. I love that. I need some of that, Slimo. That's the best name for starting fluid I've ever heard. I couldn't believe nobody carried tools with them. Who didn't carry tools with them, Dan? I liked her ever since I was little. Yeah, Demi's cool. I'm not so fussy about her. I'm not fussy about new music though. Yeah, Slimo. That's the best name for starting fluid ever. I love it. I need a can. LOL, I keep a toolbox, a toolbox in all of them. I learned my lesson. Into what? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. Oh, I did miss something. Really cool stuff. LOL, one of them was leaking gas at the tank. I helped fix it. Oh, cool. Me to LNA. It's my ballast on the passenger side. Oh. Hey, Jugo. Pickle hates Sam Smith. I don't like Sam Smith. Sounds like he's got a frog in his throat. What's your guys' preference on music? What do you guys like? You like the blues, rock and roll, hard rock and roll? You know, heavy metal, I guess you'd call that. Country, you know, John Denver, Willie Nelson, that kind of stuff. Pop. What's your thing? Oh, and 6%. I was so random, but 6%. I'm sorry I only made it to the tail end of your live stream again the other night. I like I said, been really busy all week. So I'm trying. What you doing for the Memorial Day weekend, Pickle? Not sure. Not really sure. Probably just gonna hang out and get some editing done. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe go for a drive. I don't really have anything planned. When it comes to music, literally anything is cool with me. Yeah, it's like AM, FM radio. I'll turn on, 109 classic rock or 103, whatever the heck it is here. That's what the station is. It's called K Rock, and I'll listen to whatever they put on there. 90s backcountry, early 2000s, and back rock. Cool. Southern rock, real country. Yeah, I can see. I like that style of music. That's not bad. I like country. I like southern rock. I started loving Nirvana. I like Nirvana. My favorites, I really like folk music too, especially if I'm just sitting down, having a drink at night. Bob Dylan or even I got vinyl records. I have a little collection, and I have some classical music, and I do like, yeah, like LNA said, I like to sleep listen. I have fallen asleep listening to some classical music. I won't lie to you. The crackling of a record soothes me. I don't know. Maybe I'm really, really weird and odd. I'm an oddball for sure, but there's just something about it. I agree. Not a fan of his stuff he's putting out now. Had some good tunes for it. I remember my when I was young or a kid. I'm still young, I guess, but when I was a kid, I remember my best friend had his father loved Sam Smith, and he was all right back in the day, but now he's just I don't know. He ain't fit for radio now. I don't mind if he's gay. I used to have a writing coach that was gay. My favorite music is when I turn the key. Haha, yeah, Dan, there you go. Screw the radio. Also, Tom, you got a new profile picture on here? It's got like laser beams behind you or something? I can't have a good look at it here. I just noticed it's different because I keep thinking you're somebody else. I'm so used to seeing the other one. Dan, right on. Yeah, right on, buddy. Right on. That's like the new Tundra that my dad has. Oh man, that thing is a V6, and don't get me wrong, it's powerful and makes good power. It's twin turbocharged, makes 400 and or not 400. Yeah, probably I think 400 actually. Yeah, 400 and like, geez, I don't know, 20 horsepower or something like that. I can't remember now. And it sounds okay. It's like a V6 truck. It does not have that gurgle. It's got more of a I can't describe it to you really. More of a balanced sound, not so rough. Not that gurgle. And I missed that gurgle. We had it was pretty much clapped out. I mean, this thing was bad. It was a Titan. I mean, we literally drove it till the wheels fell off. But that V8 man still purred like a kitty. I didn't even think the spark plugs were changed in that truck, and it had like 150,000 kilometers on it. So, but she was good. She had a lot of power, man. She wasn't good at towing because she didn't have a great leaf spring setup. It was only a half ton, but it was powerful, the engine. All right, I'm missing out on a couple. You're with me, Jim. I'm with you too, Dan. I like it. My nephew is half South American and put me onto a brutal form of heavy metal called Mincecore. It's similar to grindcore. I have no idea who they are. That's the same thing with Necromancer. He sent me something. I was like, whoa. Don't look up the song I'm Not Here to Make Friends. If you ever seen the video, you know what that's about. It's nasty. I have no idea. I won't look it up. My later years, I like Led Zeppelin and Clapton. Eric Clapton and Led Zeppelin are good, yeah. That's what makes guys like us tick. I get the fizz, the hairs on your neck stand up. Yeah, I finally got it changed for him, LOL. And have y'all like Ariana Grande? Nope. Don't like her either. Red Hot Chili Peppers and Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I'm not Jimi Hendrix. I'm okay with him. Some of his stuff, but Red Hot Chili Peppers are good. Dangerous Woman. I like CCR. CCR is my favorite. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Love them. I like all their songs. I don't even know if they ever made a bad one in my opinion, but I really like them. Two good ones, Tom. Yeah, there's two good ones. I hate Taylor Swift. Yeah, I don't like Taylor Swift either. She's alright. Old Tay-Tay. I don't know. I'm not fussy about new singers. Like that. I don't know. I'm not fussy about pop. I like rock and the blues. Most of the blues. I like stuff that Ray Charles made. What's the one I'm trying? Messing Around. I really like that song. It's really upbeat and really really the blues. Oh, so it was worn out and under maintained and was good. Interesting. I don't know, man. I could not. And not running an air filter, that just blew me out of the water. And you drive that thing in the summer, in the winter. I mean, snowblowers don't even have air filter. There's no dust, but in the summer. Can't believe it. It just goes to show the reliability of an old Ford. Simple as can be. They don't care. Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. I don't know them either. It does nothing special, but I'll have to check it out. I have lots of CCR on vinyl. Oh, really? Lucky duck. Wish I had some. I don't have a whole lot. I don't think I have any CCR on vinyl. I think my oldest one, it's, I mean, these have been collected over the years by my grandparents and probably my great-grandparents. I think my oldest one is dated 1940, I want to say 47, I think. And it's some, like, you know, it's twang. Like, I never did like Taylor Swift, Sailor. I don't know what you're talking about. Look up Mad Season Pickle. Great band. I will have to do that too. I'm going to start writing these down. I'm still discovering awesome music. I really like Bob Dylan, Led Zeppelin, the Creedence. I'm trying to think of some others. Ray Charles. Who's the other guy? Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh man, I love piano. The blues on the piano. Man, I love that stuff. Great Balls of Fire and what's the other one? I can't remember the other name of the other one. Another hit that he had, but I really love it. Very upbeat music. I love it. Keeps me, you know. I'd play it if I didn't get a copyright. Moonshine Bandits. Is that a band name? Because I never heard of them either, but I'll have to search it up. Like I said, I shall go and wash my mouth out with soap. Yeah, I don't know. I never listened to Taylor Swift unless she was on the radio, but I didn't choose to listen to her even then. It's just what they play on the radio. I can't stand the radio, like paying for Sirius XM. It's I just don't like what they have. But Blackberry Smoke, good nowadays band. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't good nowadays bands. I just don't know of them. You can edit it out later. Outer Salvage Outlaw says. Should I take my chances? No, I'm not going to. Nah, it's okay, Outer Salvage. I don't want to get in trouble now. Dylan, did you know that another thing before I read that? I don't know how to edit these live streams. I mean, I'm sure I could edit it out. I'm sure you're 100% right. I just have no idea how to do that. But just for the sake of not getting in trouble while my channel is on the up, don't want to do it. Dylan, did you know there was a guy who played Festus on Gunsmoke? Was a singer. He sang for the Sons of the Pioneers old cowboy songs. I did not know that. Whiskey Myers, well, me, he's just ringing them off. Not too chicken. I just don't want to get in trouble. It's just the thing I can do. There's some stuff you can post on here and some stuff you can't. All right, I'll play the beginning of that song then. Just the beginning of it. Just so you can hear it. I really like it. A lot of you probably won't. We gotta find it now. I really like Behind Blue Eyes by The Who, too. That's a good song. Squeeze Box, too. That's another one by The Who, I think. They're good, too. I gotta find it. Hang on, guys. Make sure I'm not gonna blow your eardrums out. All right, Mess Around by Ray Charles is all on piano, and it's fast. One of my favorite songs. Really love the blues piano. One of my one of my favorite styles of music for sure. Most of my music is like that. I have a few videos that has copyright that did nothing. I don't have any that have copyright, but I don't like playing. I've heard people turn on the radio and they don't get copyright, and that was only for a couple seconds. You get the gist. But yeah, I like that style of music. It's definitely my favorite. I love the blues, you say? Yeah, I love the blues too. Just gets me going. I don't know, playing piano. I'm like, you ever watch the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? I think that song was in it, and he was in the car doing this while he was driving. John Candy and Steve Martin, I think his name is. Strikes and claims are different. I don't know how it works, but I hope not to find out anyway. I have a few videos. Oh, no, I already read that one. The Reverend Horton Heat and Poison Ivy from the Cramps are the best. Oh, I've heard the Cramps are the best Gretsch guitar players. Rockabilly and Psychobilly are sick. Copyright really only matters when you're monetized. Yeah, and I'm not monetized. Although I think you are, though, aren't you, Auto Salvage? I think. You're monetized, aren't you? I don't know. I have a fear of, like, if I do something like that and I go, and my channel goes to grow, and then all of a sudden YouTube finds a way for me not to be monetized because I know they're going to search hard as possible. Why would they want to give out money? It's kind of like insurance. They're going to try as hard as possible not to give it to you. But, I don't want to have that happen. So, yeah, we're fine. Like he said, I'll either edit it out if it's a problem, or it probably won't be. I'm not big enough to matter right now. The Cramps. Yeah, there's a band called The Cramps. No, I may have over 1K subscribers and don't want to get into stuff like that. Well, you gotta have the watch hours too, and you gotta have like 4,000 of those. So I have 140 something, I think. So I'm a far cry from that, but we're getting there. I think it's definitely good considering the amount of subscribers I have. I think my watch hours is well ahead of my subscribers, which is great. So if I can keep growing like this, I know that's what Dan's problem was before he got monetized, was that he had zero, like very little watch hours, but he had a lot of subscribers because shorts gain subscribers. But shorts don't give you watch hours. They give you like 0.7 of a watch hour. Most of mine are, if I'm lucky. That's on a good day. But the videos give you like 14. I don't understand how it works, to be honest, but well, I guess it's just the amount of people that watch you all the time adds up. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, it's YouTube for you. I don't know anything about making money. I'm doing it for the love of making videos for my fans. I love watching videos too, or making videos too. It's went from a hobby to like I just want to grow and be informative and show people that if I can do it, you can do it. It's become one of those things. And if I start getting paid, awesome. Sure, that'd be great. But I'm not counting on it for my paycheck. Let's put it that way, monthly. Videos only count. Shorts is view based. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you get 0.7, I think, on one of my most popular shorts of a watch hour. That's nothing. It's nothing. I don't have money on my mind, to be honest. Yeah, and I don't either. It's nice to have, but it's not gonna control my life. Let's put it that way. I always have to work hard for my money because, I'm not some doctor or, I'm not the smartest person on the planet, which is fine. That's what I bargained for. That's what I'm gonna get. Video. Family is what's going to be most important to me. Family and my project car, or project truck. Those two things are going to be most important to me. And well, right now, my family. Well, Gino Bobuno back there. It's a perk. Exactly, Dan. It's a perk. Yeah, it's a perk. It's a perk of doing it. YouTube is really a full-time job with all the editing and the filming and to get the camera angles. I mean, I only just got a tripod. That's what you guys are on here right now, and it's amazing. Otherwise, I'd have to lean you up somewhere. It would look goofy. Hello, YouTube tubs. You can take that video and not monetize it. Yeah, I'm sure you can pick which ones you want monetized and not, I guess. I have found making videos to be therapeutic. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I am not great at editing. I'm getting better, especially my transitions. I know the Necromancer commented and said that the other day too, so that's how I know. And plus, I feel like I am. But it's a lot of work. But it is good. It is good. I won't become any more happier, rather, if I'm the richest woman in the world. Yeah, I probably feel the same way. There's some things that money can't buy happiness. That's what I've always been told. It's true. If you work hard and you'll get what you want. You just have to set goals for yourself. You can have everything I have. You just have to work hard, and that's what I'm doing. I don't have a big budget for a truck going into this. I'm going into this blind. Me and my dad have never worked on projects or anything together growing up. I know a lot of you guys probably did. I know Dan did. I think. I'm sure more than you guys have did. I didn't. I went into this blindly, reading books. I just knew I had a love for it, and yeah, I'm gonna learn as I go, which is gonna be what I think is gonna draw attention to my videos. Is because I'm an 18-year-old guy, and by the time I have that thing, I'll probably be 19. That's going into this blindly, has really no idea what he's doing, but he's gonna learn and he's gonna make it work. I'm definitely not gonna give up. God, I'm curious with the shorts. Didn't actually show anything. I did just before and after, but put the meat in for the long video, and I guess they like it. Cool, brother. If you weren't so far away, I'd give you a truck. I don't want charity. I don't want that. I appreciate that though, Helen. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. These things like falling over on me. I'm pulling a damn. I appreciate that, Helen. Though. If I could make enough only to buy one guitar, I'd be happy. Well, like I said, you'll get there. You'll get there, Tom. I wish that I could give you enough to go buy a brand new Gibson because I know how you feel. I wish I could have a Gibson. It sucks that yours was stolen. I'm really sorry about that. I wanted to super chat you guys the other night so you could buy those extra strings, but I don't have my bank account hooked up to YouTube yet, so I got to figure that out. It's always something. Great attitude, Dylan. Thank you, Jim. How I was raised. That's how I was brought up. Even though my dad always made a lot of money, but it's just how I was. I was never one for school or being smart. My sister's a rocket scientist. But yeah, me personally, nope. I like the free couch on the side of the road. Well, I knew absolutely nothing about cars when I started, LOL. I learned all this stuff because I had to figure out how to fix the stuff I broke. Exactly, Dan, and that's where I'm at. I'm gonna buy this, and I gotta figure out how to fix it. Like I said, if I need to put a head gasket on something, then I gotta do it. It's gotta happen. I gotta keep it going. Enough of this disposable world. This is what I can't stand. Is the disposable world we live in. We got to learn how to have these skill sets, and I want to pass it down to my children and everything, and so on and so forth. I want that to be in the family. It's like I can go out there and build a shed right now or a house. I probably, there's things I'm going to have questions about, but I'll figure it out. Not at all charity, brother, just who I am. LOL, I got a junkyard in the making. Yeah, it's probably going to end up being my yard too, Ellen. I had junkyard. Oh my. I appreciate that, Ellen. I really do. Really do appreciate that. Dan, my buddies think I'm mad for turning down huge cash to cut my farm in half, but I would lose my wood supply. Man, that's what I just hang on to the land. The land is more valuable than anything right now, and I mean that. Land is gonna go up because it's very hard to get. Hang on to it. Like even when you're long dead and gone, keep it in your name or pass it down to your children, because land is going to be worth a lot. I'm telling you, it already is in places. Excuse me. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but here and probably, excuse me, and here and probably in the United States, it's worth a fortune. Like a fortune. Like you could sell a property here for, geez, you could probably get 5 acres for $80,000. So if you had a big acreage, like if you got a farm, we have about 30 acres here. Problem is it's not developed, but if it was, which I'm sure yours is somewhat, we don't even have grass, but we're getting there. And plus having the free firewood is worth it itself. You know how much a load of firewood is now? At least here, again, I don't know what it's like in Australia, but just having a load of firewood here is what you're looking at. Geez, I don't know. A lot. I'd say you're getting close to $1,000 now for a couple cord of wood. Probably more for a couple cord. It's a lot. I had to pay child support at 18, lol. My parents passed away a few years later. I didn't have a choice, and cars paid the bills from watching everyone else and pure have to. Yeah. See, and that's another thing that you can make a living off of. There's a lot of ways to make a living out of this stuff. Small engine repair, buying cheap cars for cheap, like junkers. Just fixing them up, waxing them, polishing them, fixing what needs to be fixed, and sell them for double what you paid. You can make a profit that way. I don't know if you can make a living necessarily nowadays off of it, but you can definitely make a profit, a good chunk of change to help pay the bills. That is a good way to learn, too. That is the best way to learn. Oh, well, you need to learn to fix 15 things on the car because those things did end up being the problem. Yep. I know. And everything I read about in my price range, which is as low as $0 to probably 8,000, which is even pushing it for me. So, that I expect something $8,000 to be actually pretty nice, which most things are. So let's say, for the sake of argument, 0 to $6,000. That's fair. That's fair for a junker, for something the age that I want. It's got problems, whether it's bad exhaust, rust holes, stuff that needs attention. Maybe it's 4-wheel drive and the transfer case is gone. I could need to be something rebuilt. I'm gonna learn how to do it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna keep the thing on the road. I'm gonna work it. When it needs fixing and maintenance, I'm gonna be the guy doing it. It's just simple as that. I ain't gonna bring it to a shop because I can't. I need to know. It's like you, Dan, and the starter the other day and all that whole fiasco. It was only a starter, so you were out what? I forget how much you said the starter was. $100 probably total with all the electrical wiring and everything. Copper wire is really expensive now, but so probably that sounds probably right. And then you're back on the road, and that thing's there. That car's gonna be back on the road for another 30 years with just a starter. It seems like the way to go. Honestly, I would love to have a brand new truck and not have problems, but it's unaffordable for anybody right now, to be honest, unless you make thousands, and even then you're gonna be in debt. That's the quick way to go in debt. So yeah, it would be nice to have a brand new F-250 sitting in the driveway right now, but do I want it? Not really. Not with the financing and the bills or, maintenance. That's not even including stuff like that. Not to mention that, new stuff is pretty problematic sometimes, especially, these new technology that isn't tried and true yet. It can be problematic, and you can't look into underneath the hood and say, oh, this is bad, I need to fix it. It's right there in your face. Like everything. You have no idea what you're looking at unless you're LNA or 6%. They might understand it, but me and Dan, if we were to open a hood out there on that Toyota, we'd have no idea what we're looking at. Okay, twin turbo says right there on that piece of plastic, but I can't actually see the turbos. So yeah, not a good route to go down for somebody like me because I just don't have that knowledge. I gotta be honest with you guys though. There is, here on this island, there's an orange, I want to say it's a 72 Ford F-250, I'm pretty sure, because it's four-wheel drive with a plow on it. I think there's a bad cab mount on the left front if you were looking at the truck from behind, like from the tailgate. It would be on the left side. I'm not sure that's the correct way to say that, but if you're looking at it from the front, it's on the right side. It looks really cool, and maybe I'm really debating on maybe I'll go in there, throw some, ask them what would you want for it. I'll see if the engine turns over first. Obviously, I can't have something right now that needs to be rebuilt and put through because I need something to be able to drive and make money right away. But if it needs a rebuild after a year or two, that's okay. But the truck, as far as I know, the story behind it, LNA just said, yeah, plow trucks are horribly abused. Yeah, I know. But the thing with this one's different because, well, for two reasons. One, it's not an F100, it's an F250, so it was way better set up. And yes, Jim, it would have leaf springs in the front. And two, this truck was only ever used to plow the parking lot. There's like zero rust on the body, and I doubt it even has that many kilometers on it, or miles, whatever it'd be set to the odometer. It's a really small parking lot. It's not like a big box store, what you would probably think. It's just a little cafe. That's all it was ever used for, and it sits for, probably like 6 months before it moves again. I don't even think they've used it the last couple of years. It just sits there. So I'd hate to see it go to the wrecker. I think they just hire people now because the guy's old now, but I'd love to see what he would take for it because it looks like a really solid truck. Obviously, I'd have to climb up underneath and see what needs fixing and what the rust is like. Cab mounts are going to go bad anyway. They're just rubber. They degrade over time, but hey. I wouldn't buy a plow truck though. Like LNA, yeah, I agree. I would never buy a plow truck if I didn't know the story behind it. But this one has a really honest story behind it, and it wasn't abused very hard, and it didn't salt the pavement either. It just has a plow. So I doubt this thing has even seen like something in the bed of it, unless it was like a sandbag to get traction. I doubt it made very many trips into town. So it might actually be a solid truck. But I'd have to look, right? Cab mount's nothing. I could put that in a day. Excuse me. I have zero interest in having a new car or truck. LOL, too much money. Exactly. And then what? You put all that money, and then you don't even have a place to live. So unless it's a van that you can live in, or a truck with a cap on it or something, but Hey, 6%. Welcome back. You've been in and out tonight? Yeah, you didn't miss much. I was just talking about a orange pickup truck with a plow on it that's here that I've been considering going and looking at a little bit further. The problem with doing that is I would then have to drive it all the way across the country. It's like 8,000. I don't know, it's 8,000 kilometers. Hang on. I'll go find it. I'll tell you the exact number. It would be a shit ton for a older pickup. But then again, my parents have a new one, and I would be traveling with them. So that's the plan. We're going to go together. So let me find out. The distance from Newfoundland to Calgary, which is where I'll be headed, is 3,758 kilometers. 3,758 kilometers, and I'll get it in miles. For all you, that's 2,335 miles, and that is a shit ton for something that is that old. Can it do it? Probably. It's not as far as I thought it was, but it is a long old trek. Dan hating on new cars as usual. LNA, like I said, I hate some, I love some. I mostly hate because they're just expensive now, but that's no fault of anybody. But where am I now? I'm in Newfoundland right now. I'm going to Calgary, which is in Alberta. Calgary is a city. So I'll be like 5 hours away from you guys then. It'll be nothing. It won't be a very far drive in Calgary. Here it's like a couple of days. But it'll be like 5 hours to go to No Names Nationals. So that's why I'm saying I might be able to show up depending on, the circumstances. It depends. I have no desire for the new stuff either, Dan. Can you sing Mr. Plow song from The Simpsons? I don't know that song, Slimo. Been a long time since I've seen The Simpsons. You can't see some of the comments, Jim? Try leaving and joining back. See if that works. You hate only because they are unattainable at the moment. One day, Pickle. Yeah, maybe it'll all change, but I doubt it. I don't know. LNA, I really don't know. Like I said, I don't want to hate on any. I don't want to tramp on anyone's parade because I think there's a time and place for both. But I am definitely right now, the best way for me to go is to buy something cheap and then use the little bit of money to fix it and make it just as good as a new one. It's kind of like Andrew Camarada. I don't know if anybody of you watch him. He's on YouTube too. He got really big. That's what he has. He has like a 90s, late 90s, early 2000 Dodge trucks. He'll buy them for cheap, invest $2,000 in parts and a lift. That's what he sat down one day and said that, like, find a truck that's cheaper that needs a little bit of more work and invest the rest into getting a car lift so you can fix it. It's a win-win then. And I can understand that. I think that's the right thing to do for somebody like me. Obviously, I can't have a car lift, but, one day I would love to have one. They're not that expensive now either. Thank you for that, Joe. There's your input for tonight. How do you spell your first name? Dyllan. A lot of people spell it Dillon, but it's Dyllan. Wait, Owen? No, sorry. Can't spell my own name. Dyllan, not Owen. If I had something with a backup camera, I wouldn't know what to do. Although I can't look behind me. I don't use backup cameras even in new vehicles because that's what I'm driving right now. I don't use them, and you're not allowed to use them anyway. I went to a place called Western Driving School. I went into class, and you're not allowed to use them anyway. So it's pointless to even get used to them. You're better off just using your mirrors and doing this. That's not that hard. You don't even need to turn your head that far. You can just turn it 90 degrees this way and point your eyes that way. You can see pretty much everything. I have had a new Mustang and new trucks, and they are just far beyond anything you could think of. Like, don't let the technology scare you. They're awesome, Pickle. Yeah, it's not a matter of the technology scaring me. It's just that it can be problematic, and I don't know how to solve it. And I don't want to pay somebody else to solve the problems for me. And not only that, like I said, I can't afford a brand new pickup truck, which will be, a brand new one right now. Base model, if you're lucky, $35,000, $40,000. That's a lot. That's a shit ton. Are you still having trouble, Mofo Driver? I can try and find you if you'd like. Just drop your name in there. Maybe it's Mofo Driver. I don't know. Oh. Sorry, I just put the guitar over there because my dog is, she's always on edge. You see her back there being defensive. She hears one footstep and that's the end of her. What do you think of the new Broncos, Illinois? I really like the new Broncos. It seems like they're half decent too. I feel like reliability ratings so far are pretty good on them. What do you think? Because you're the guy who really works on them. If it's new, it's under warranty or even used as 50,000 or 5 year directly from the manufacturer. Hell, Subaru has a lifetime warranty on some major parts. Yeah, some of them are great. Our Nissan had great warranty too, up to 100,000 kilometers. But that's not a lot though for a pickup in my mind. Like it's like Dan's car. I look at it that way, and that car has a lot on it, and Dan doesn't even keep up on the maintenance. But it seems like they're just bulletproof. I don't know. Dead simple and bulletproof. Maybe one day, LNA, maybe one day, but right now I cannot afford it. Cannot do it. It is just impossible, even for, and then, the only thing that I could afford in that price range to get something with EFI in it is either an early Ford truck or a Dodge, and both have major issues. Dodges have transmission issues, and and good luck trying to get a diesel for good price. All the young guys and kids, squat their trucks and jack them up and put wheel spacers on them that are ridiculous, and it's just nonsense. Good luck trying to find one that's not been messed with. It's impossible, and also expensive. I'm going live at 10 tonight. Might be my late time going live. Oh, maybe I can make it to that one. Auto salvage. Depends on when mine ends. I don't know what time. I'm in a really messed up time zone because I have my own. Newfoundland has its own time zone, so it's hard to tell everybody. But you spend an arm and a leg on something that does no better job than a cheap old car. That's how I feel too, Dan. Right now, just for me and in my situation personally. LNA, it's okay for you because you probably have a little bit of cash in the bank. But for me right now, I can't do it. And like I was saying earlier, look at the 5.4 Triton, and I think there was another one too. The early Ford diesels too, even they suck. They're the 6.4. I'm gonna get a lot of N60. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but they're like the most unreliable diesels on the planet. They made zero power. They were gutless, and they were extremely problematic. So unless you get something from the 90s that has a 7.3 in it, but again, it's like the Dodges. It's expensive and very sought after because it's the only thing they made that was good. That's the problem. Hey, Jack Stands and Cinder Blocks. How are you? Welcome. Glad you could join. Signed up for the No Name Nationals this week, finally. Awesome. I hope I can make it there too, but I'm not going to sign up for it yet because there's no guarantee. But I went on the website because thank you 6%. He put it in his community post, and yeah, hopefully I'll make it. But if I don't this year, I will next year. 6%. We agree on something. Hang on, I gotta read. The level of technology that has its hands in every system of the vehicle's systems is going to become a problem in 5 years as the tech gets old and not made anymore. Cars have become disposable. It is. That's why I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want something that's disposable. I want to keep it going. So for me right now, best bet, buy something before all that was even a thing. Even before the 80s. Anything after 75, not interested because that's when emissions really started coming hard down on everybody, and there was gutless pieces of crap on the road. So an early EFI, which is just as bad as anything on the planet, even 6% will tell you that. Really don't want to have anything to do with that. That's expensive problems right there. I don't want anything to do with it. I can go down and buy a brand new carburetor if I can't fix the one I have for like $200. Slap a new one on. Done. Because I think Edelbrocks are set. I think Dan was telling me, so you can literally put one on and you're good. So I would like to have a Holly though. Hollies are nice because you can adjust everything. 6%. I missed your live the other day. Sorry, I did too. I missed part of it. I was on the tail end of it, but I did miss it. Excuse me. I'm trying to catch up my comments, so I'm reading them backwards. Your Facebook profile is same as YouTube. Okay, I'll search you up, mofo. You said a name, Chris Caps. I'll see if I can find you there right quick. Brother, I have 4 kids and work commission. I'm poor as you. Yeah, probably with 4 kids. Are you married? I think you said you are. find the name. Caps. Alright, I found you. I found you there, mofo. If it ain't groovy, don't bother. You got the profile picture with the skull and the 2 pistons in the back. I sent you an old friend request there, so. Alright, let me see. Nice, we do, but not for the same reasons, Dan. 6%, I missed. Oh, I read that one. Agreed. 6. It has been a problem with the Ford sync systems for years. Yes, but she's a stay-at-home wife from old school. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. You know, I'm all for that. I think that's awesome. You know, you get to stay home with the children. They don't have to go into daycare or any of that nonsense. I think that's great. I think it's great. I also, I think it's great if you want to work too, but I think that's definitely a better lifestyle choice. I really do. I do believe in it. I think it's better for the kids. I'll be on every Wednesday. Yep. He's on every Wednesday. 6%. I'm almost done with this place. I'm getting it tied up, loose ends now. I'll be done and I'll be able to watch your live streams. I'm sorry that I've been missing them. I was on the tail end, like I said, on the last one. Thank you for letting me on. I'm glad I was there. But yeah, I will won't be so late to them and probably catch them on time like I do. Dan, see, theirs is on the weekend, so I'm okay on the weekend, right? They're also a little bit later than yours, which helps. But like I said, my time zone's all messed up, so it is screwed up because I have my own. And then if I was in Calgary right now, the time zone would be perfect for everybody. But right now here, it's hard to keep up with everyone. Jack stands and cinder blocks. I forgot to ask, how was your week? How did your day go? And how are you in general? What's going on your way? How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining in, everybody. Got our Dr. Peppers tonight. Oh, there we go, Dr. Pepper. Just not sure how that's watered down too. I'm not sure how I feel about diet. I think I'd rather have the sugar. It is weird. I'm outside grilling right now. Bacon and asparagus are good. About to throw on a steak. Oh, you got her made, buddy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not a fan of that at all. Been there, done that. No way. If she is too lazy to get off her ass and help provide, then she's pointless. No worries, Dan. No worries, buddy. I believe in it because I think it's an important role. I think it's just as important as working a job. I really do. I think it is. Everybody's got their role to play, and it's if they don't, nothing goes smoothly, right? It depends on what kind of life you want to live. If you want to have a lot of children, and you want them to be raised up good, then you have to live that life because otherwise, they're gonna get into the wrong crowds. They will, and they will. I've seen it. There's just no guidance, right? Everybody's gone. Who are they going with? People, they're going off with kids doing things that they shouldn't be at their ages. I appreciate everyone coming, but bye. Everybody, I can't read. I'm like, Dan. I appreciate everyone coming by. Not required attendance like high school, Pickle. Excuse me. No, I just feel bad because you're always at mine. I mean, you guys never miss one. You never miss a beat. And here I am slacking. Excuse me. That Dr. Pepper makes me gassy. Yeah, I just feel bad. But I'll get on there. Don't worry. I will be on them. Been a good week. Got a little bit of editing done at work. Cool. I got a little bit to do here now, too, during the weekend. Just how I was raised, Elena? Yeah, me too. My mother was a stay-at-home mom. Never is a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, that's how I was raised. She was always home. Always there for us, no matter what. If you ever cook bacon on your pellet grill, you will hate regular bacon afterwards. Never done it. What do you have? Do you have a Traeger? We have a Traeger, and man, that is, oh, I love them. I only truly have two. I adopted my sister's boys and wound up with a farm. LOL. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. Happy for you, Elena. That sounds like an awesome life you're leading. I came from a broken family and lucky to stay away from the wrong crowd. Yeah, Jim, I'm glad you stayed away from the wrong crowd too, because once you get into it, you get hooked on something that's bad. I've seen it. It's sad. That's what I'm saying, right? Like if your parents are home, or whether your dad or your mom is home all the time, depending on what happens. Most of the time, let's be real here. Most of the time, it is mom. We're not gonna open that can of worms because I know a lot of people will be like, but yeah, I think it's definitely one of the best ways to bring up children. That's not to say they still can't be dipshits. Don't worry. They're still shit dips, but there's just it cuts down that number greatly. God, hard to believe we've almost been live for 2 hours now. We're at an hour and 52 minutes. Time flies by. I could sit up here all night and talk, ramble on. I do love it. Well, I would kill a fool and have Tom clean him up if my girl ever got into the wrong crowd, and she knows it. Yeah, and you know what, Tom? She's a wonderful young lady, or she's going to be a wonderful young lady. She already is. She's sweet as pie. Green Mountain Grill, Davy Crockett model. It's portable, runs on 12 volt. I live in a camper, so I need portable. Yeah, that's right. We got a Traeger here, jack stands and cinder blocks, and man, that thing is good. It's wood pellets. Man, I love it. It makes food taste so good. But you guys ever have bacon wrapped pork tenderloin? Oh, you're missing out. Throw that on the Traeger or pellet grill, whatever you got. You will not be disappointed. It's so good. Yeah, Dan's right here, guys. Your mom, jack stands? Yeah, my mom was more or less stay-at-home mom. Yeah. Never heard of Green Mountain Grill, but I'm sure it's good. You gotta have it. Yeah, you gotta have it portable because you probably run everything off of a generator or solar or whatever setup you have. I think if I was staying at a camper, I'd put a wood stove in it if you were anywhere cold, because the heater they have in them, they're okay. You burn through a lot of propane, and I don't like having it on. I wouldn't trust it to sleep. And have the wood stove going, little tiny one. What am I cleaning up? Dan, care to explain? Oh, if you here, I'll put the message up. Actually, hang on. There you go. Here, read that, Tom. That's what you'd be cleaning up. Some gangster wannabe kids. Yeah, exactly. All that shit. Yeah. Just gotta keep them out of the wrong crowd. I mean, I'm not a father. I know nothing. I have zero fatherly experience, so don't take my advice by any means. I'm just speaking how I feel and what I've learned so far. But yeah, keep them away from those gangster wannabe kids. There's so many of them too. It's kind of sad, actually. I feel bad, but that's it. What are you gonna do, right? And Tom says $200. I have a video about my diesel heater install on the Campbell. Oh yeah, a lot of people use diesel. I'll have to check that out. Jackson Center Blocks. Am I subscribed to you? I'm not sure if I am. I gotta make sure. Hang on. I'll do it on this thing. I think I am, but I gotta make sure. I gotta go to my own live stream. Jack stands and cinder blocks. Go to his channel. Yeah, I am subscribed to you. Yes. Okay. I thought so. I just had to make sure. Man, you got a wicked mustache in your profile picture. I always wanted one. I don't think I'll ever have enough facial hair for it, though. Cool. All right, All right, cool. Diesel is so much easier to buy in the middle of the night. Absolutely. Than propane. I mean, you gotta have somebody fill the tank, so yeah, it just makes sense. And it's probably more efficient as well. But yeah, a lot of people have diesel heaters now, and I really like them. I think they're cool. I think it's probably, I don't know if it's as good as wood. Like, the heat from wood is so pure and so nice, but that's definitely the next best thing for sure. Why do you think I hit Lee all the time? Keeps him on the straight and narrow. My God, Dan, don't say that. Get out of here. Hogs are cheaper, and you can eat them when they get old. Yep. I'm not fussy about pork, like a lot of cuts of pork, like barbecue pork chops. But I do like tenderloin, bacon, that kind of thing. I smoke meat sometimes. It takes 12 hours and I don't have any gadgets to assist me to control. Oh, dude, if you get a Traeger, you can smoke meat in half that time. Like, it is the most amazing machine. It's a barbecue and a smoker all in one, and it takes just wood pellets. Not like a smoker, not those round pellets, like just they're literally little, like, cylinders. They're like that tall, little round cylinders. They're cheap. They're like $12 a bag, and they last you a long time. But oh yeah, it's really good machine. I know there's different brand names too. We just have Traeger, but there's different ones out there. I'm trying to catch up on comments. They all come in at once. They flood the place. Nah, you're just a bully, Dan. It's real. Oh, jeez. It's real, and it's longer than it looks on video. Hello, I have grown men that call me a bully, and they are twice my size, bro. That word's meaning definitely has changed in my time. I'm doing you a favor, Tom. It burns hotter? Probably burns hotter than wood, yeah. Especially if you have wet wood or not as dry wood as you could have. In a camper, that would be hard to achieve. Unless you bought it kiln dried, but even then, that would be hard to come by. LNA eating a pig you have fed person is kind of like cannibalism. You get so serious about smoking meat. Should be your channel deal, Pickle. Kinda, but plausible deniability. Yeah, it's a good machine, the Traeger. And like I said, I know there's different brands of them that do the same thing. They're probably 10 times cheaper. But this Traeger one, it's the only one I can speak for. It's amazing. It really is. It's a good machine. And it's also, it runs off electricity for jack stands and cinder blocks, just for the record. And it takes draws like nothing. Like, you could run it off that little, I don't know if you've seen the videos on my generator. I have an old 1980s Honda EX650 generator. The thing can barely run anything. Like, excuse me, you're not going to run a skill saw with it. But it would probably run that smoker. So it takes like no power. Got the friend request, Pickle. Friends now. Cool. feel free to message me whenever. I'll get back to you within the hour, whenever. I'll get back to you either way. It won't be days, weeks, months. I'll get back to you. I have a special wood for smoking. Apple, cherry, mesquite, all privately sourced and dry. We use hickory pellets. And yeah, hickory pellets, yeah. Pretty sure. Hickory and apple wood, I think. I think there might have been another one too. I can't remember the name of it though. I know it's definitely hickory and apple wood. Same, so similar to what you have. I don't think I would eat that pig, Dan says. I told the wife if I have another cooking video run on my car videos, I'm changing the channel. You saw the Honda video? Yeah, that little Honda generator, I mean, you can see it. It's super quiet, but it can't run a whole lot. That's the downfall of it. But it would run that smoker 100%. So it takes like zero power. It's probably 12 volts. That's probably about it. It's nothing. But it is a nice rig. And it's easy to pack up and put away. I mean, you can't really pack it up, but you could easily, like if you were moving your camper, you could probably put it up in the camper and strap it in somewhere, or in the back of the truck, or whatever your setup is. It would definitely work. You use hickory too, Jim? Yeah, I really like the hickory taste, the nice hickory smoky taste. Applewood's nice too, but I think I prefer hickory. I was offered some chunks of hickory by somebody. They said they'll send them in the mail for me because we don't have hickory trees here, and I also like to work with wood and I like wooden tool handles, and we don't have hickory here, so birch is the next best thing, or witch hazel. And yeah, somebody was gonna send some hickory. It's the first time I would ever have had hickory, and they also had oak too, I think. So I'll have to see. Never worked with the wood before. I know it's really hard and perfect for tool handles. I have run my grill off a truck. The main point is if it fits in storage bay in the RV, so I can put it away with the lawn chairs and hit the road. Yeah, I don't know what size Traegers they make. The one we have is like a medium one. There's even bigger ones than we have. It's not that big, but it definitely, I don't think it would fit in a storage compartment. Maybe I've seen some campers where it might, maybe if you take the legs off. But yeah, I don't think it would be that kind of fast, like pick up and go, kind of like bootlegger style. My favorite pellets are the Jack Daniel barrel. I don't think I've tried them. I don't know if they have those for the Traeger. I'm not sure. I fix tri-tip in maybe 3 hours. What's a tri-tip? Hammer wrench renovations too. Or hammer wrench, as I just call him. He's been really cracking down on his ranch too, on the hammer ranch. He's really busy lately. He's normally on here, but if you watch this, hi Hammer Ranch. I've been watching your videos. I do try and like everyone's videos, so if I don't comment on them, I'm sorry. I try to, but you know, at the very least, I will like them. 6%. I have seen all your car meet videos and the cool cars that you've reviewed too with your shorts, and I do like them all. I've clicked the like button. I wish it told you who liked your videos. I used to make wooden pens on a lathe. Well, that was fun before I had the kiddo, but I could never get back into it afterwards. Never had the time. Yeah, I had a lathe too. I had to sell it because we're moving. I would definitely get another one though. I love using the lathe. But it is, it's a fun hobby. It really is. It's a fun hobby. It's like working on cars. I always loved it. And you can make anything. I mean, I've made tool handles because you can do offset turning, and I've done that. And I've made the oval, you know, how tool handles are oval. And I've carved them by hand too, but I mean, it takes a long time. But doing it on a lathe is so much quicker, especially for a hammer handle. Man, it is a time saver. I wouldn't get another mini lathe though. It wasn't hardly big enough for stuff I wanted to do. Especially tool handles. The hammer handle is about as big as I could fit in mine. Any bigger, and that's about maxed out. It's the end of the sirloin cut. Oh, I'm not up to date on meat cuts. We didn't have cows. See, we didn't butcher cows, so I don't know cuts of meat very well. I like applewood as well, but if I'm doing something that really needs a smoke flavor, I go with mesquite. Mesquite. How do you say that? Yeah, because that's like hickory, right? It's a hardwood, correct? Very dense wood. Hey, does nothing special. You're back. You haven't missed much. We're talking about barbecues now and smokers. It's kind of like my picture, my profile picture. I changed it. I don't know if it's gonna be. I'm all over the place. I wish I could just make one and stick with it. I'm trying to make something that would look cool on a sticker. I'm still not sure how I feel about the one I have now, but I got a little bit of everything written on it because we really are a little bit of everything. My wife sells wood pens she turns by herself. Sweet. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could sell. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I made little hinges. I mean, it was a hack job. Don't get me wrong. It was just for a temporary pen, but I could definitely improve the design and get it perfect. It would be awesome. Mesquite is my favorite wood. Smoke, LOL, burns hot too. Yeah, that's a hot burning wood, isn't it? I don't know a lot about hardwoods because we don't have a lot here. About hard as wood gets here, probably witch hazel, which is okay. It's still below oak and all those other woods, well below them. She's actually well known for doing highly venomous snakeskins under clear epoxy. Wow. Cool. I always wanted to, you see that rack up there? I always wanted to collect enough antlers from moose hunts and whatever to make a chandelier out of antlers. I always thought it was so cool. Excuse me. Maybe one day deer antler would work really well for it. That moose antler is a bit big and cumbersome for it because that's only a 6-point. And moose get pans, like big pans. So they're a bit big for it, but deer would be perfect because they have a lot of points. Caribou would probably work for it too, but we don't have caribou licenses are hard to get here. What do you like, Elena? Smoker? You just named 2. Hello. I really want to make a guitar. Really, like once I get some wood, I need some spruce because that's what guitars are traditionally made out of. They have spruce tops. I'm not sure what the backs and the sides are made of, but the top is at least spruce. Different types of wood affect the sound of an instrument. I had a cheap guitar when I first started out. I think it was called Indian Head. Not even a reputable brand name, straight from China. And the thing that had a plywood top and the sound from it, even in tune, is so dull. Like I think you could put a set of elixir strings on it and it would still be just as dull. The sound did not resonate in the instrument as well. And that's the same thing on violins. They also have a spruce top, I believe. And cheaper ones don't, and they don't sound the same. There is a huge difference. It's really amazing, actually. Dan, I cut up my finger at work, so I'll record barcode videos tomorrow. Recording how my work is trying to kill me. LOL. People are asking for it on 6% Recycled Alive. Yeah, you should do some more of those. But also, do you have to edit your videos for Tom, Dan? Is that why it's like a process? Yep, record that shit. Yeah, Dan, or yeah, Tom, record that shit. Everything's content. It really is, though. It's so true. I need to get some more consistency when I have more time. Time is always a problem, and I hate saying that. It bothers me. To me, it makes me feel lazy when I say, oh, there's not enough time for that. Probably going to do some editing tonight. See if I can get that video up. I need to do a voiceovers on it, so probably tomorrow morning, I hope. So stay tuned for that video of me looking at project trucks, or my first truck. I really want to look at that orange one. If not, just make a video on it. That one I was talking about earlier. I don't know if anybody missed it, but if you did, go back to the part in the live where I discussed it because it's a beautiful truck by the looks of it from 30 feet away anyway. Yes, Pickle, he is too scared to do it himself. Then he complains when I don't get it out right away. It's not that hard, Tom. I wouldn't be intimidated at all. I sucked at first. I made a time lapse of me making that headboard. That's another thing I loved working with, the logs. I made that headboard behind me. See if I can get a clear view of it. It's not a very good time lapse. It's okay, but it was my first time ever editing a video. So, to me, I did an alright job. It didn't get very many views, but that's just because it sucked. But you got guitar content. It's hard to suck at that. It'd be a lot easier to keep people entertained. How do you know? Here we go. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Hey, give me a kiss. Yep. Oh, yes. There you go. I just remind you to do it. LOL, don't complain. Yes, we know Dan's the drama queen. Dan's the drama queen of the community. Yeah, I know. LOL. Need to get better at editing. Yeah, Jack Stance. My advice to you guys, this is what I did long before probably before I met you guys, or even got into the community. This was when I first knew Necromancer. He was the first guy I met in this community, in the gang, as I like to call it. I was watching his. This is how it all started. I was watching his Flathead 6 engine that he had in the garage, and I decided, I want to make videos. I have a Flathead V8 that's in the woods, and I wanted to do one, but it was winter, so I had to wait. I got a shorted on my channel all about that Flathead. I will do something with it one day, I swear. I wish I could right now, but anyway, I think I'm gonna make a coffee table out of it. Pretty sure out of a block. But anyway, back on topic. The best thing to do is record something, and if you don't like it, don't post it. Just edit it anyway, and just practice on it. You know what I mean? Like just you don't even have to publish it. Just keep it in your software and just edit it. And then, come back to it another day and see what you could improve on it. That's what I did. And I feel that I'm decent now. I know what I'm doing now. And trust me, it's going to take a while to find editing software you really like, because it's hard. I use one called, because you edit on your phone too, and I use it called, I'll tell you. I don't have a computer, so I would do it the same way you guys do. It's called VLLO, and it looks like a little goldfish on the front. Yeah, you can get it on the Apple Store. I'm sure it's on Android too. It's free unless you want to pay, and you can get a couple additional things, like being able to extract audio out of a clip, but I'm not there yet and don't need that, so it's really good. Good night, fellas. I'm pooped. All right, Jim, take care, buddy. Have a good night. God bless. I did find some footage I filmed over a decade ago. It's horrible. I had a shitty GoPro 1. The audio on it is unusable and probably 60% error. 6% brought me in. I did email him first asking to swap stickers. Yeah, that's how I started. Is like Junkyard Necromancer. I won a sticker because he did a sticker giveaway, and I won it on his live. And then Dan, I think, got recommended to me. And then I started scrolling through, other channels that this man watches, or whatever that got recommended to me, and then 6% came about, and I was like, oh wow. And then it just comes down from there, and it just keeps going and going, and then people were like, oh hey, pickle, and pickle, and then it just became a thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't really remember either, Dan. I think that's just how. I think your videos just got recommended to me because I watched the Necromancer, and he watches your stuff. And I was like, oh, this is a cool guy. I like this guy. He's got a Mustang. It all ties back to Junkyard. Exactly. That's how I got into YouTube. It was because of Junkyard. And then you guys just motivated me more. So, yeah. I probably would not be set on this live right now if it wasn't for you guys. So, yeah. Thank you. I have new stickers coming soon. Sweet. Let me know when they're out. I'll buy some off you. For sure. I would love to stick and promote your guys' channels. 6% Recycled gave me some. the other day. Thank you again for that. I know I've said it like a million times, but that was awesome. I would love to stick your guys' channel logo or whatever on the back window of my first truck. I think it would be awesome. I would be more than happy to do that. So if you want that, you want free advertising, send them my way or tell me if you're got them for sale. I'll buy them, and I will stick them on the back window of my cab of my truck. Right, Gina? Yeah, good girl. If anyone needs copyright-free music, you can use stuff I've made. Just put my channel name at the end in some way. And yes, Tom, I know that you want that. I will. I'll put you in the description too. I'll see if I can get a link to your channel, and I'll put it there, like music by, and then New Guys Guitar with the link to your channel. Excuse me. Yeah, we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Jeez, that could go forever. Seriously, though, I do. I love this. I love the live streams. 6 degrees. Oh, junkyard. Yeah. I seriously could go all night, I think. I don't know. I love having the live streams, interacting with you guys. Oh, dang it. I forgot to put the link into the bottom if anybody wanted to join. I always forget. I mean to because I write it down. I sometimes I write down some of the topics I want to discuss too, but I always forget. I started trying into other channels from 6% and did a live with them and did screenshots to go find their channels. Right now I give my stickers away. Well, cool, Jackson's the center blocks. Like I said, if you would like to have a sticker on the back of my pickup, hit me up on Facebook. It's just go back into the live stream, my profile, and I showed my profile picture so you'll know I got the picture of my dog. It's pretty easy to find me. Yeah, just shoot me a text and I'll give you my information. You can send me some stickers. I will throw them right on the back window of the truck, and I will have a video of it when I get it. I'm gonna have a video of buying the thing, looking at it, driving it home if that's possible, which it should be because I need to be able to do that. I don't have a trailer to trailer it. Worst case scenario, I get it delivered. Yeah, that's about it. I don't remember how I met Junkyard either, actually, but I met 6% and Witty from Junkyard. Witty, I don't know how I met Witty. I think I met Witty because you guys all went live together, and that's how I found. Oh, maybe that's how I found out about all of you. That could be. I really don't remember. I bet you that's how, though, because the Necromancer went live with all of you guys, and I was like, oh, wow, these are cool guys, and I subscribed to all of you. Well, now we're all friends here. I'm stoked to make my way down there. I really want to meet you guys. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, like I said, Jackson's or Dan too. If you'd like to have a sticker or free advertising, because we're going across the country soon too. You know, it's good advertising. Let me know. You got me on Messenger, so just write me. I'll give you. If you'd like it, I'll just give you my thing after the live. If you want my address and whatever, send some stickers up, and I will more than happy to stick them on to the back window of my pickup. I can't imagine what it would be like to see me for the first time in a video. I don't know what video I watched of yours first. You know what? I do. I think it was your live stream, actually. I think it was your live stream I seen first. You and Tom live. And then I just realized, okay, this guy's the real comedian. Look at this guy. Both of you are like hilarious on a live stream. So yeah, that's where that started. I'm jogging my memory now. Yeah, 6%. It was when you guys all went live together. That's how it was. I remember. It's been a while. That's how it was. That's how I met the other three of you guys. And then it just evolved, but snowballed from there. Like Mofo Driver, LNA. You guys are all subscribed and they get recommended to me. I subscribe to them. We going live tomorrow, Tom? I hope so. My email address is in the description of my newer videos. Okay, Jack Stanzo, I can email you, and if you'd like, if you want to send stickers now, then I will buy them off of you if you sell them. But yeah, I can. I'd be more than happy to give you through free advertising, anything to help him. I would be happy, and hopefully I'll figure out how to get stickers of my own. I need to figure out a good picture for a sticker. I'm trying to find something. I'm still trying. I like my smoke green. What smoke are you talking about there, mofo? I like my smoke white. Burnout. I'll have to finally do the burnout challenge there, Dan, and 6%. I don't have anything that'll do a burnout right now, but I will if I have that truck, because that truck should be able to do at least a one-wheel burnout, or I'd hope so. I'll send you a sticker pickle. In fact, I'll make a video of it because everything is content. All right, yeah, I'll shoot my information out over on Messenger for you after the stream, if I don't forget. If not, tomorrow. Same thing with you too, LNA. If you have a sticker, I can do the same with you. I can get in contact with you somehow if you'd like. Whatever. Free advertising for everybody. Don't care. It will go on. I'll make a video of putting it on the back of the truck. I really will. I swear. You appreciate it? Yeah. I will. I'm on call now, man. We will see how it goes. Possibly, LOL. All right. Well, even if Tom doesn't show up, Dan, you could do one of your own on what's tomorrow? Saturday, yeah. It's already Saturday for me, actually, because it's 12/22. It's the next day for me. Well, for Salimo, it probably already is Saturday. Because he's in Australia. And it should be morning there, right? If it's night here, it's morning there. Excuse me. You want a sticker that got burned out over top of it from the Iron Horse? Sure. Must not have internet tonight. Hammer Wrench, yeah. Yeah, normally he's on here. But if he watches this, hello, Hammer Wrench. And I've seen all your videos, and I think you're doing very good at the Hammer Ranch. I like the Hammer Ranch. I like it. You're very busy. I've seen you putting in that filter for the water and everything. Jack Stands is here. Anyone wants to send or trade stickers, he's game. He'll do it. Like I said, I don't have any stickers of my own yet, but when I do, I'll trade with you guys. I don't know how to do it yet. I don't have it set up yet. I'm not really big enough for stickers yet, but I will do it. I will. I promise. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I usually do them with Tom, although I wouldn't feel right with them. It really doesn't. You gotta have the guitar guy. It's goofy. Jeez, I'm falling off here. I need a chair. I need to have a better setup. White sheet or green screen instead of plaster blobs. Yeah, it's just the two of you make it, You How could you have a live stream without that in it? A little Puddle Man. If you guys don't know what the Puddle Man song is, go watch their last live stream. It's worth it, trust me. I think you guys should make that version of a song for YouTube. Without the singing, just have the song. Oh shit, sing it, Pickle. I don't know the words. If I did, I would. I need to get some lyrics. I got the song. I just need the lyrics. I also need to come up with a solo for it, and then I'll have the complete piece. I've been watching Tom play it, so I keep getting better and better. I've got 2 new stickers on the tailgate of Fame to show in a video call out soon. Cool. I'll be watching. I will be watching. It was a man that turned to soup now, flung right under his door. Yep. Just like you said about editing bad videos, just start designing your own logo and make it a sticker. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get one I really like. I'm almost there, I think, but I'm just not quite. Not quite there. I still think it's a bit cheesy. Like 6% Dan's and Tom's logos are awesome, but I just can't seem to find mine. I thought about putting a pickle in mine. But I didn't like that either. I've done like 10 designs. I'm still so indecisive. Maybe there's just something missing. It'll probably change another 100 times yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I use pick claws. I don't know what you guys use to design yours, but I can do a pretty good job with them. But yeah, that's a good way to start getting your editing better, and yeah, just keep editing bad videos. You know, record something dumb and try and make it. Record something dumb and make it interesting. It's the best challenge. That's yeah, that's the best way. New Guy's Garage. Simplicity is key, Pickle. Dan designed mine. Yeah, they're both awesome. You guys are good at this stuff. I'm not good at that. Right now, I'm putting them on the welding cart. Yeah, I'll be putting them on the window of my pickup and probably like on the tailgate too. Mostly in the window though, because it'll last longer up there. Yeah, I'll have them on there. And probably on other stuff too. Stick them on everything. Toolbox. I don't have a toolbox. Actually, that's a lie. I do have a toolbox. I picked up this bad boy at a yard sale. The old style ones. Good old Canadian or American steel in that thing. So yeah. Oh, I also got. I think I showed this on camera before, but this thing. I recorded a video on this, but I'm not sure how I felt about the outcome. The audio was a bit funny, so maybe I'll do it as like an ASMR type of video. But I tore this thing right apart like 2 nights ago. Took the guts right out of her. And basically restored it. It was full of crap. Shameless self-promoter here. Channel name on bottom, YouTube logo on top, you in the middle. Done. I think that's what no, that's not what I got done. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that, Dan. I'm going to screenshot that right now, actually. So I don't forget what you said. My first logo was done in MS Paint, and it was kind of lame. Starting to final look stickers are about $20 for a trial run. Wow. Well, that's not bad, though, because I think it was Daniel that said you could get like 200. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm gassy. 200 for like $20. So I got them on the nitrous bottle, but I will put them on my helmet once I, get one. Yeah, that and a seatbelt, right? I usually record stuff, then see it and decide it's dumb for a few months, then decide to edit them after. I know I'm like that too. I'm so indecisive. Like this video now, I'm like deciding whether I want to upload it or not. And I think I'm going to. I'm gonna narrate it and explain what the things are, like the commutator, the magnets, the windings, how everything works. Basically, it'll be kind of like an informative video, but also a video of me tearing it apart and restoring it. The thing is perfect on the inside now anyway. Lots of brush left, carbon brush. Electric motors always fascinate me. I love tearing them apart. and I seen this one for an opportunity. It was so dirty on the inside. It was plugged up with like sawdust and like pet hair or something. I don't know. It was like chunks. The problem originally with it is I drywalled this. All this drywall was put up with it, and this whole house. But it used to get on the end of it. It was getting really hot. Like, and I thought at first maybe a bearing was going bad or shot, but the bearings are pretty good. Except for the front one had a little bit of play, but it's okay. Still got a little bit of life left in it. But the main problem was there was dirt all around the magnets, so the fan could not pull air through back to the commutator properly. So once I clean all that out, and whenever I drywall again or do anything, I think that thing is going to stay cool as a cucumber now. I mean, it will warm up, but it will be a lot better because airflow is critical, and there was none of that. I usually one more thing before I start reading comments again. I'm a Milwaukee fan for power tools. You'd think I would just use a new one, but that thing would cost me $5, and that thing is awesome. It's been around for 40 years. I usually record stuff, then see it and decide it's dumb for a few months. Oh no, I already read that one. Dang. Damn it. You can edit chicken shit into a chicken soup if you work hard and hard. Yep. And it's a long video. It's going to be like, 20 minutes long. So I'm going to have to edit that one a lot. But I'll put the truck one out first. I found the microphone clips today from a video that had a ton of wind noise. I should recut it. You can get little microphones off the internet. Dan bought them. I don't know. That brand name in particular wasn't much good. But there is different ones and that are very reputable that I've been reading about it. And they have little fuzzy, you'll see it, like hairy things. That's to prevent wind noise. So if you're outside filming a lot, that might be worth investing in. It's like $30, and you can have two of them. One without it and one with it. So it's worth it. Oh yeah, they get dirty and burnt out. They do. They get dirty and burnt out. Though luckily this one, I don't think it was used a lot. I think it was just thrown in the bottom of a toolbox and in dirty conditions and just not taken care of. But this thing's pretty much brand new on the inside now. The only problem is when I was putting it all back together, right here, this is a carbon brush. This goes against the commutator. If anybody knows anything about electric motors, it'll be explained in my video. The only thing that broke, it's ironic because it's the only thing that's plastic on this thing, because the rest of it's all made of aluminum or steel. The only thing that broke is the little cap that holds that brush in. I gotta measure it with my calipers and see if I can find a replacement, because otherwise the thing's useless. I'm not gonna throw it away. It'll either be a wall hanger or I'll use it again if I can find a cap for it. But yeah, those are the original brushes too, so you can see there was not much use, and I drywalled this whole house with it before I even tore the thing apart. I put new grease in it, but that was it. I did nothing else. But yeah, you want to blow them out with a compressor, yeah. Or yeah, this thing's so simple that it's almost worth just taking apart once in a blue moon and cleaning it out if it's real dirty. I don't understand how something could get so dirty anyway, since it's working in drywall. There shouldn't be any sawdust involved, but I think it was just thrown around for a long time, and it just accumulated on the inside. I think that's all that happened. I think it was just lack of care. But anyway, it's in the toolbox now, and it's safe and sound here. I don't like to have stuff as a wall hanger. I like to actually use it, so, I bought a Toyota truck in Idaho. The starter was packed full of magnetic sand, and it drove from Idaho to Houston with a working starter, roadkill style. Well, if it was a manual gearbox, you could have just put it in drive. Yeah, I don't even, do automatics work that way? I might be able to do it in automatic too, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's crazy. Those electric motors, they're generally tough and really good, but they're dead simple. I mean, especially brushed. I mean, if you have a brushless motor, most new tools are brushless now on the higher end. You can get carbon brushes, but they don't put effort into them. I'm sure if you buy tools, you realize that, but yeah. I prefer probably brush tools, but I bought brushless Milwaukee ones. I brought the new Gen 4 set because I've seen them thrown into a pool of water, pulled out, they still work. I've seen them get run over by a car. I've seen them catch on fire and still work, like in a shop fire. and they still work. They don't seem to care. They seem like they're really tough. They better be, because it cost me like $439 with tax. So that's a big chunk of change to invest on a drill and a impact wrench. So, but it is top of the line tools supposedly, so they better be. I had DeWalt before that, but they burnt out way before these, like way before they should have. It was brand new. I think I was drilling holes for electrical wires, and all of a sudden things gone. And it was the brushless one too, like the biggest, baddest drill they had at the time, which was only a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. When we were building this place, she gave out, shit the bed. So I went out and bought this. I was either gonna get Makita or Milwaukee. I was done with DeWalt because I did not want to blow another $400 on a DeWalt set when I already had that bad experience with them. Not to say they're not good, but I had a bad experience. So I said, you know what? I'm not invested into that battery platform. I'm going to go and buy another battery platform. But anyway, I've had my Makita drill set for 15 years, used every day for 6 years straight, still works like new. Yeah, I think the Japanese stuff, pretty sure Milwaukee's an American company though. But Makita definitely is a Japanese one. But these two, Makita and Milwaukee, I don't think you can go wrong with them. I think they're both really, really good, reputable tool brands. DeWalt used to be really good too, but Stanley Black & Decker bought them out, and I've seen a dip in quality. I'm not fussy about them now. I mean, my God, we ran DeWalt everything. I mean, they had good stuff, but it seems like all of a sudden they're on the downfall now. They're falling behind with everybody. I don't know. Man, I don't think I've ever bought a tool that expensive before. Well, when you do the work that I do, you can go to Harbor Freight or wherever here you can get cheap tools. You can get a cheap quartered Black & Decker drill, but it's not going to last you any time, right? It's all made overseas now. Yeah, it is. The Milwaukee is too, but it is an American-based company. I think the Milwaukee's made in Taiwan, actually. So yeah, still overseas, but it's not China, which is good. And neither is Makita. Makita is from Japan, which is okay. Japan makes good stuff. That's where Toyota's headquarters are, so they make good vehicles. I would push start it at a gas station or park it on the entrance ramp from we're past arrest. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I don't know if you can push start an automatic. I think you can, but excuse me. Either way, awesome. You still have that truck? I know those old Toyota trucks. They're tough. They're hard to kill. I don't know about the new ones anymore, but I'm soon gonna call it a night. I think I'll go to 3 hours. Why not? Because that'll leave me at. Well, that's another 20 minutes. 20. Can you guys bear another 20 minutes of me? I'm supposed to be cutting off at 2 hours, but whatever. I'm having a good time. And it brings up my watch hours, so why not? Gotta help the channel grow. You can't push start an auto LOL unless it has a rare pump in it, but 99% of them don't. Okay. That's why I was confused, because I've heard of people being able to do it. But, yeah. But what if you have an ability to select a manual gear on an automatic? I know some are like half automatic, half manual. That old Titan we had was like it was electronic, though. So I don't know if it would work. You could literally have it as a manual, or you could have it as an automatic. Sometimes we went up the highway and the thing would be almost at the rev limiter because it was an accident. You'd hit the button and it would just be like, you didn't realize it until the engine is screaming at you. I'm not fussy about automatics. They're okay. I want a manual. I want a big old stick or on a column. I'd rather have a stick, though, I think. But, hey, automatics are cool, though. They're good. There's no doubt about that. But the stuff that I'm going to be doing would be better to have a manual. They're simpler. And towing and hauling, they're probably better. Like I said, they're simpler, and you can select the gear you want. So if you're going up a hill, put it in first or second. Or I'm going off of the truck that I want, which will probably either have a 3-speed or a 4-speed. A 4-speed, I think. I think 3 speeds are a thing of the past at that point. 3 speeds are like in the 50s and early in 40s and everything beyond. The Model T only had a high and low gear, and it had a planetary gear set transmission. Excuse me. The torque converter needs to spin for the engine and trans to connect. That's why you can't push start one. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Same thing when you're servicing one, you fill it up with fluid, you got to let it go into neutral for a bit. Or neutral? Yeah, neutral. Because if you put it in the park, the torque converter is not priming. I'll call it priming. And you have to put it in neutral and sit there for like 10 minutes and put it back. I remember changing the fluid and the tightening. That was the procedure. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. See, it was bad though. It was not because of that part. The part that was pain in the ass was the part filling it, because there's no dipstick. You can't fill it from the dipstick. You have to go underneath, screw a special fitting in, pump it into the transmission, take the fitting out, start the transmission, and then you gotta let the thing run for 10 minutes. Take the drain plug out, and what falls out is overfull. Put the drain plug back in, and then you should be good to go. It is the dumbest thing I have ever heard of. I don't know. I do not like it. 22-hour propane turbo will bring you to my channel every time. Mine are all manual. Still have every Toyota I ever bought in the U.S. They're good trucks. I'm aiming to tow the Yoda to no-name nationals with the mill truck. Well, hopefully I see you there if I make it. I hope I do. Fingers crossed. Hope so. Hope to meet you all. That would be awesome. You have to do that to check the trans fluid too. It has to be in neutral, warmed up. Trans warmed up, not just the engine. Yeah, it is the dumbest thing. I swear to God. What's your C4 like? Because is it the same procedure? You have to fill it from down below? It's so dumb. I can't stand it. At least with a manual, you could fill it from the shift tower. I've seen people do that. You could take the shift tower off and fill it from up there, and I probably would do that. It's a lot quicker. I'd crawling underneath there and taking out that plug and pumping it in, and then you can't see anything. There wasn't even a magnet on the dipstick, so like there could be any metal or anything going up in there. I think that thing's transmission was all messed up anyway. I think it was done for. You fill it to the dipstick tube. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. This Titan doesn't even have dipstick. You have no idea how much fluid is in it. Never. There's no way that transmission is still going anyway. It was so dirty and burnt and old when we changed it. Going down the road, sometimes the truck would be like going like almost like it was in and out of gear all the time. It was like the transmission was slipping, and then we'd give it more gas and it would stop. And I mean, I've told the story before, but like we brought it to Nissan, and they plug in the thing, yada yada yada. They can't find a problem, and then we take it on upon ourselves and realize, wow, this thing's low on fluid. We built this whole house like that, hauled material with that transmission like that. Yeah, that poor truck. That thing was probably ended up being a plow truck when it got sold off to somebody else. That's where it belonged anyway. I'm falling off again. You said there's a time and place for those new vehicles. Yes, there is. And you know what the time and place there for them? The scrapyard, most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. They're just disposable, right? It's so bad. I don't like being wasteful. I'm not like that. And I didn't say that about new vehicles. I said it about EFI and carburetors. But I prefer carburetors, I think. We'll see. I think so, though. It won't be long and I'll be like, wow, this thing's simple. I'm going to keep the distributor and rotor and points, points and condenser. I'm going to keep it all original. I'm not going to do what's it called? HEI distributor. I'm not going to do any of that nonsense. I don't want anything electric. I want it all bare bones. I'll just keep a condenser and spare points in the glove box. Maybe a plug wire or two in case one melts on a header. Electrical tape, zip ties, and probably a socket set. And that'll probably pretty much be able to fix or take apart anything on that truck. Every crank bolt on every Ford is 15/16, so I know that. Why build things to last when you make money selling stuff? Well, I guess that's their mindset now. It's pretty dumb. I mean, Dan, that Mustang. I mean, you're like what, third owner of it, and it's probably it's not the original engine because it would have originally had a 289, but I'm sure that 289 is still in a car somewhere or in somebody's garage, and it would probably still run. It just, I don't know. They amaze me. It's like watching all these other people that go out and do revivals. These engines, I mean, like flathead Fords, they're almost 100 years old, and they still run. They just don't make them like they used to. They were passed down through generations. That's how it was made before. Same thing with tractors. Man, old tractors here, a lot of people just use old tractors because they're made to be passed down generations and generations. They don't have an ECU or PCM or any sensors or what's it called? Diesel exhaust fluid or what's DPF is the new thing, and that's so dumb. I hate that system. It's so bad. Couldn't tell you how many owners. LOL. How many owners? LOL. I was driving it today too with no air filter. That's sketchy. To me, I wouldn't do that because I care about my car so much. But maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Obviously, doesn't care. Just chews it up and keeps going. So I don't know. Maybe it's all rubbish taking care of your car. Maybe you should never change the oil and just have a rear main leak, and just keep filling it up. I don't know. Technically, you are changing the oil all the time. I guess that makes sense. It just leaks out and you're always adding new, so technically it's always new anyway. DEF fluid, yeah. So stupid. Thank God the tractor doesn't have it, but it has a DPF? Diesel particulate filter, I think is, yeah, DPF system. There's DPF and DEF. DEF is what they use for fluid. You gotta add it in. But DPF is a filter on the exhaust, and the engine revs up and burns excessive amounts of fuel to make it run hot, so it burns the soot off of the inside of the filter. And it's the dumbest thing. It's laughable, really. We've already had a code on a brand new tractor that has, it probably has like 40 hours on it. That's it. Brand new Farmall 45C, and I already threw a code. So dumb. Been like that for years, Pickle. Yep. Diesels were they were awesome once, but they suck now because of all the emission stuff. I remember the Supers I talked about, had two of them in a row in Germany. The ECU was so bad I was planning to build a mega squirt open source ECU for it. Yeah, the ECU on our tractor, it's right out front, and it says not to spray it with water or you'll have issues with the tractor. And I'm always thinking to myself, I'm wondering, like, how long is this thing gonna last? Because if you can't get it wet, and there's dirt. I mean, you think about tractors work in dusty conditions when you're field plowing. There's dust, like an oily, dusty grime stuck to everything under there. Like, you can't even tell there's a battery under there. You can just see the cables, but you don't know what the brand of the battery is. You gotta like wipe it off. It's bad. But man, I always worry about it. I don't think that thing's gonna last very long. I think it's just disposable. I think it's a joke, which sucks because I thought it was gonna be awesome because it's a Farmall, but I don't think so. Oh, we already had a problem too with fuel. I have no idea what happened there, but the thing wasn't getting fuel. And we, the little primer on the fuel pump on diesels, you can push down on a knob. We had to do that, and we were there for like an hour trying to get the thing started. Garbage. I think it's baloney. I'd rather file the points and be back on the field in 10 minutes, It's like there's nothing to the ignition system on something old. I don't know why people hate points. Just keep a spare set in your glove box. You can easily test them because you can just open and close them and take off the plug wire and hold it by your spark plug and open and close them, and you'll know if you have spark or not. I don't understand. And coils almost never go bad. I mean, I'll probably have an extra one too, but I mean, I've never heard of a bad coil unless you leave the key on. They'll actually detonate. Well, not detonate, but explode. Like the top will come off of them. I've seen that. Studied a lot about automotive ECU systems, learning about that swap. So when I was looking into an LS swap or the 8.1 liter swap, they both use the same ECU. All of us FUDs are swapping into everything. Yep. All US FUDs. Blow it out with compressed air. Yeah. Compressed air is the best thing to use, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just dumb though. I really do. I don't know. I don't understand. You would think a tractor. I understand vehicles because people are, they don't know how to work on stuff anymore, but I still think it's dumb. But I really don't understand the tractor. A tractor should be dead simple. Like if something goes wrong in the field, you need to fix it. Like time is money. And when you can't get your tractor, your brand new farm to start in the morning, that's bad. Yeah, it's really bad. Like I said, like 40 hours on it. Hasn't even had its first oil change yet. It's probably not even 40 hours on it. And it was down twice. Wouldn't start. I don't know. I don't feel good about it, that's for sure. But thank God it's not mine. I'm thankful for that because of that reason. I don't think it's reliable now after having that happen so early on. And a fuel issue at that. Why would there be a fuel issue this early on? I don't know. They want you to pay someone to fix it. That is the name of the game, Pickle. Sure is. That's what it is. We don't have a farm haul or a Case dealership here. Case makes farm haul tractors. That tractor came from Nova Scotia. So in order to have someone fix it, I can't imagine a normal person would have to send that out. They would have to get it shipped across the ferry to the mainland, to Nova Scotia, for them to probably plug in a scan tool and not find anything wrong. Ship it back. A lot of money. Good night, guys. The wife is calling. All right, have a good night, Cinderblocks. Jackson and Cinderblocks. Best kind now, and God bless. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully to see you next week, next Friday. Take care now, buddy. My first car was a 65 Mustang. Still have it. If someone has bad chat skills, I'll consider selling it. Your convenience is costing them money. Exactly, yeah. Well, I think I'll end her here. We have 4 people watching and it's getting late. I was supposed to end an hour ago, but I can go on all night. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Thanks for showing up. Please like the live stream and my videos. Check them out. There will be more of them. Subscribe if you haven't already. Gonna have a lot of really cool projects in the future. Just have patience with me. I'm getting there. And yeah, with that, good night, everyone. God bless. Hopefully, see you next week. Next Friday. We're live every Friday here at Pickle with Pickle. Oh, we have a comment. Pickle, look into right to repair laws with directions before buying another one. Maple syrup plan. Yeah, I'll it's not my tractor anyway. It's my parents, but yeah. Anyway, good night, everybody. Take care. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for being there.